Watermelon. So you're asking the wrong person. What is up? How's everybody doing? I am here to unbox some shit because I got a ton of it. Like literally a butt ton. Got my Masterverse. Got my Cosmic Legions. Got my Mythic Legions. Got my X-Men. And then got more Mythic Legions. And then more Masters in the Universe, Masterverse
And
sitting over there.
more Mythic Legions.
Staring
How do
at
you
me.
always have Mythic Legions to open up?
Mainly because I only open up a few at a time because I have to
Oh,
make shelf space. You know, that premium thing that you
you
have.
cherish the moments, right?
Yeah, I savored it. I savor them because, we only get them every, 5 or 6 months. So,
Right. Yeah.
you have to savor them.
Absolutely. It's probably a good thing though, because we'd be broke and not have anything for anything else.
Yeah, I need the 6 month gap to make sure I pay for them still
Yeah, exactly.
for the next wave that will undoubtedly. But, thankfully, the last wave of stuff that they just did the pre-orders on, the All-Star 6, I only got like 4 of the figs. I didn't really need the other ones.
I didn't order any of the All-Star 6. I mean, I'll probably pick some up when they're out at retail.
And I didn't get any of the Necronominus. None of that really was.
No.
Nah.
I was really I'm really interested in the White Horse, and then whatever the one knight's name is. I can't remember which one it was, but the one with the really shiny, flourishing metal.
Oh yeah, I know who you're
Armor.
talking about. The name's escaping me as well.
Yeah. Sir
I want
Godwin.
to say
I don't remember his name, but those
I
two
don't
are the
know.
only two in the Necrononymous wave that really intrigued me. But I'll wait and see how they are when they go
Yeah,
live.
I'm just that whole skeleton thing. It just
Yeah, I don't mind skeletons, but I'm more interested in the
Skelly's in
cosmics.
the chat right now, so I wanted to show off this
Oh,
to him.
Skelly.
There you go, Skelly. Came in today. But yeah, no, that whole wave just didn't really appeal to me when I saw it. It's like, eh. But I got 2
There's
from Cosmic
Eldor.
Legions Wave 2 coming in. Eldor, good evening. If you'd like to join, there is a link in the network chat.
So I picked up 4 of the Moss Man, the Walmart exclusive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I can't remember if it was Eldor I was talking to, or maybe it was Radical Toys. I can't remember which one I was talking to, but they were talking about how it smelled like pine. In the first 2 I sent one out to Bill at but that was Bill's
Weird
channel.
Fantastic Toys.
Yes, Weird Fantastic Toys. And then I sent one out to Mr. Home Arcade. And those 2 I couldn't smell, but the one I got saved right now for Radical Toys, you can definitely smell the pine on.
That was always a trick. It was Stinkor was patchouli and Mossman was pine.
Yep.
Now, I'm not. I'm looking for the Mossman for people in the group. I don't need it.
Yeah, I have no interest in
Mossman.
it either.
I mean, I have a Mossman for my Masterverse, which works for me. That's kind of where my focus is. I bought a few Origins.
I flock my own toys, so if I wanted a Moss Man, I just make my own, or if I wanted a Furry Beast Man, I just make my own. So.
Yeah, I didn't need it, but I'll be looking for it for people if they need it. So
yeah, it's looking like the Walmarts are only getting 4 each because mine got 4.
The Walmarts in my area, they don't have jack for.
Yeah, well, mine just went through their new set. For I think it must be their getting ready for Christmas set. So
yeah,
they just went through that, and that's why the only reason that they had the Mossman up there, and that spot's been empty since then. So, and then somebody else I talked to found 4 of them at their Walmart, and that's all they found 2 there. So I'm guessing they probably only got 4 each.
At least initially, I would bet.
Initially, yeah.
But their distribution is terrible on exclusives. That just needs to end.
When I worked as a manager for them, it was so ridiculous. Like they'd promote some huge, TV or something for Black Friday, and then each store would get like 2. You'd have a line of 50 people, and two televisions and people start fighting and you wonder why they're fighting. It's like
it's the same way. I was a loss prevention manager for Kmart
yeah.
and district manager training when before I left, and they did that same crap, but they were open on Thanksgiving Day, so you can imagine what that was like.
Yeah. Target wasn't any different. I worked for Target for a while too, but
yeah. Target and me, we lasted for about 3 months.
Yeah, that's about how long I lasted at Target.
I just was like nope. Well, the thing was, is I was an executive in training, and we were just like, nah, this ain't working, because I was hired for logistics.
Yeah.
So that's the overnight on about, all that crap.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden I'm in hard lines.
Oh.
And I'm in hard lines in grocery. Because it was the super Target that I got sent to. And I'm just like, you're sending me like to a foreign country right now. And you're expecting me to do this all. And you didn't give me any idea of this, because they trained me for logistics and some of the other stuff mostly. But you get a brief tour, but that's not long enough.
How's the insert art look on that package you just took out there? Oh, that's that's the Dusty. Okay.
Yeah, this is the Dusty.
Tiger Stripe.
It's Force. Okay. And the figure is the same Dusty. He's just painted in green and green and green, I guess, and a little bright yellow. I really like the little, he's one of the few that has the name on it, and knowing the history of the figure being Ron Rudat, and kind of has a special place. Dusty always kind of was one of my favorite characters.
I always think, when I think of Dusty, I always go back to the episode where he was selling Joe secrets to pay for his mom's cancer medicine or whatever the hell that was. That's the only thing I can ever think of when I think of Dusty.
Yeah. Now these, I already have one, but I get 3 army builders.
Yeah.
Up to 5. Although I did fudge on the original Vipers, because I have 2 original Vipers and then like 2 of the 3 packs. So
yeah.
But
they're all different. They have different color scarves.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna have to do a wash. I can't handle this bright yellow. I mean, it's like fluorescent yellow. It'd be one thing if it was like, the subdued yellow on the officer / trooper.
Is that the Lemon Viper?
Do what?
Is that the Lemon Viper?
Yeah, well, this is the Lemon Crimson Guard. The
Crimson
Guard that is not Crimson Guard,
He's the Lemon Guard.
A little bit of crimson, but yeah.
Oh, it's even all the way across the back. Oh man, that's
I know. I
thought it was just the sleeves and the rest of it.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's a bit yellow. That's a lot yellow. I mean, I was hoping it would be a little more subdued once I actually saw it in hand, and then I was like, nope, it's not. It
might look all right with a nice like black or rust color.
It's gonna get a black wash.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a black wash so it'll match, or at least mesh in better with the other Python Patrol, because they're darker, and I don't understand why they went so light with this one. I mean,
that's the one thing I don't understand what Hasbro does, because like even like the green on say Rock and Roll does not match the OD green on like Falcon or on Stalker. It's like, I mean, it's close, but you can still tell the difference. It's like
those are all probably just different factories. That's why that shit's different, but different factories, different paint. But no. This is the only thing that I just don't like it's like fluorescent Technicolor yellow. It's like, seriously? Why don't you just say pink missed me, please? It's silly.
Well, he's the bullet catch. He's the bullet catcher of the group. That's all.
Yeah, apparently. He's the range shooter, right?
Right.
Hello, Duchess. DJ5, how you doing? But yeah, no, it's I love the troop builder, but I just John from Figuratively Speaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love the troop builders just because I love the troop builders. I've always loved them.
I always liked the Crimson Guard.
I can only get one. So as a kid, I can only get one. As an adult, I'm going to get more than one.
That's how we justify it in our heads.
Yes. And it works. It works.
Yep.
It's the full-on justification.
Works for me.
I just need an extra
Thanos.
What's up, Thanos? Okay,
Yeah,
come on,
I
go
always
in
liked the
there.
Crimson Guard, like the face mask and the helmet on the original, the OG
Yeah,
figure. It was a
yeah.
cool looking
It's
design, but
it's one of my favorite army builders because of the way it looks. It just looks intimidating.
yeah, had the saber and
Yeah,
AK-47
yeah.
rifle.
Now we get something that resembles an M16.
Yeah,
Uh, Vietnam War called once it's
yeah.
fed back.
Hey, I was in the Army in the 90s. I had an M16.
Just saying.
It was an A2 though, not the A1. So my stock was round and not triangle shaped.
Yeah, I know. This is fun. It's no that that's I still replace a lot of the guns, but I don't replace the crim. I haven't replaced any of the Crimson Guard guns.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like
that's
the Allied Vipers guns, I just couldn't stand them because they look like toy guns, and it just makes me twitch.
yeah. I gave my rock and roll a Valiverse gun because I couldn't even stand that
Oh no,
M60.
I like I like the big gun. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's
I was a
it's how I
60
feel.
gunner when I was in the service, man. That gun is not right.
Well, of course not. But yeah, no, Mark for Mark II Designs has been showing off some more different gun designs recently. If you've been paying attention to his
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, Kayla. I didn't see you here. Hello. Oop, wait, wrong one. Now somebody can. So it just, I don't know. It's too technicolor. It needs to be muted just a little bit. Just a little bit, and I'll be happy with it. That's 2 down. 12 million to go.
You're doing good, man.
I know we're making progress. We're making progress. This is, this is what happens when I keep putting things off. It just starts piling up.
The next time you go live, you can just set a camera up behind you and show everybody how you rearrange your shelf. You pull one off.
Oh, yeah.
Knock a couple over in the process. Swear a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah. First things first, I have to warm up all of these guys' feet to put them on the foot pegs that I have for my stands. And then, but Friday, I am building, starting the dio work. So I'm going to build the dio for my jungle group.
What's the plan?
So,
like a base with a backdrop and then some foliage and stuff?
I've got like I've bought a bunch of stuff that I need to just put down. And then, of course, I've got sticks and I made my own trees. And so I'm going to make a couple trees on the live. And, I've got to plan out how I'm going to set it up because I do not want to have that just be a jumbled mess because I worked too hard on that base, getting that base size that I wanted. But then, of course, I bought bigger shelves. Did you ever do that where you buy something, you cut it for a specific thing, and then it's like a month later, they're now, instead of 12-inch deep, they're 16-inch deep.
Yeah, I made a whole dio that fit on my dining room table, and then I made it too big for the dining room table. So now it's on a fold-out 6-foot table instead of a 5-foot dinner table.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to have to do. I got to do that. Me and Brick are going to do it, but use Brick tricks and treats and see what see what he's got planned for his dio. So I know he's doing something. But he was like, do I need to carve it? Or I said, well, you probably want to have it as prepped as you can get because it makes it a lot easier once you start.
Is he doing one for the AWOCs probably?
I don't know which one he's doing it for. He didn't specify. He just said that, he asked me, he was like, well, he goes, what are you going to do? And I'm going to make some trees and I'm going to do this. And I wouldn't give him a lie. It was a list. He goes, how long do you think it'll go? I said, I don't know. How much do you want to get done?
Yeah,
so it's kind of one of those things where you want to decide what you want to get done, because that's not going to get finished. I'm not even going to be remotely finished, but I can at least make progress on it, and that's the point.
Are you making the trees out of foam, or are you making them out
of they're actually paper towel roll.
Oh, nice.
Covered in masking tape and little Mod Podge, and then add some paper towel or napkin crumbled up, and then you kind of give. And then from there, you just wait for it to dry, and then you paint it. And
you're doing it the I don't want to say easy because it's not easy, but you're doing it the easier way than with the foam. Because
Yeah, no, the
I'm
foam would make that
I made
foam.
10. I made the 10 trees that I made out of actual foam, and I will never do that again in my life.
Yeah, it's this just a lot of carving and a lot of mixing things together, and
Yeah.
then you gotta, that's 10 steps too many. I mean, realistically, I just cut down 3 branches, large branches from my
Yep.
tree, my peach tree in the backyard. I may go out there and start cutting off some branches of that and putting that
Yeah.
in the dio, since it's just gonna be there for.
You put a little sealer on there, they'll stay
Yeah,
just like they're supposed to for a long time. That's all you
yeah.
need.
So it's tempting, but I think I'll probably just stick with the paper towel rolls.
Yeah. Paper towel, a little paper mache, you're good to go.
Yeah, simple, easy,
Yep.
effective. I've got 2 made up, so.
I did buy some plastic camouflage netting off Amazon. It's like a 6 foot by 5 foot roll
Oh,
for like
nice.
$9. And I cut that up and used it as the leaves on the top of my trees. I just folded it over it. Works great. And I did 10 trees with the the 6 foot by 5 foot section. So
Yeah, I got some like green moss.
yeah, that'll work too.
Um, it's stuff that I got when I bought the stuff for the terrarium, because that's what I used.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what's in my dio right now is basically terrarium pieces and like that.
terrarium pieces are the greatest, man.
And then I bought like it's like 6 by, I want to say it's like 6 or 8 inches by 24-inch piece of like literally AstroTurf
Yeah.
to put down as the base for
Yep.
the grass.
Yeah.
So
I use terrarium for my big dial. The backdrop I used is 18 by 48 inches, and I ordered 3 of them. And they're only $8 on Amazon. They're
yeah,
for the backdrop on a
they're
terrarium. I
great.
was like,
I
perfect.
Yeah, those I basically all I do is I throw them in the dryer on low
Yep.
for like 5-10 minutes, and then I pull them out, and then I'll spray glue them to foam board.
Well,
Not
are you?
the thick foam board, the thin foam board.
Yeah.
The
Are
eighth
yours
inch.
plastic though?
The what?
The terrarium backdrops.
Mm-mm.
Are they the plastic or
They're
like the
fabric.
cloth, the fabric ones? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, because
yeah,
they make them in plastic too, and those ones are kind of a
yeah. You
pain
can't
because
really do.
they don't roll out and stay flat like they're supposed to.
Yeah, no. The fabric ones is what I've been using. They're
Yeah.
actually in my displays right
Yeah,
now.
they're
So
nice. I like them.
I
Those are the
and
first ones I got. So that were like the fabric cloth ones. Those are nice.
speaking of them, I literally have one here that I got, and I've got another one coming in, but this one is the 4818 because my shelves are 18 inches. But
So that one's the 48 by 18.
yeah,
Oh, that one's nice. I looked at that one. I almost got that one, but I needed one that was more like just trees in the background and not the big log. But that one is sweet. I
yeah,
definitely was checking
I
that one
figure
out.
it'll go pretty well with what I
Yep.
got going on. But yeah, no, I'll probably do the spray glue and do that during probably the.
That one would be a nice backdrop for the headless horseman figure too.
Yeah, it kind of would. I would have to embellish it a little bit on this end to give it a little more sinister than a green tone.
Yeah,
I would
you
want it to be a little
put some
darker.
shadow and some stuff around out in the front of it though. You're golden. Oh, Allison
But
joined us.
it's like every other one I get these. No, I don't
Yeah,
get these every time, but for whatever reason, I maybe like every 2 or 3 times I'll get
yeah,
one that has these stickies, and they work okay.
yeah,
But the fact is, I'm going to be doing it's going to be 2 side pieces and then a back piece. So
yep,
it
yeah.
it's fine if I
I
was just
out
doing.
of the 3 I ordered, 2 of them came with it, and one of them was missing it. So,
Yeah. And they
but
work great if you're just doing a flat back piece.
yeah,
I mean, they work fine for that, but
I use
beyond that,
thumbtacks
I
and put
wouldn't
it
use
right
them.
on the wall, so it's all good. I didn't have to use them.
Yeah, I wouldn't use them, but yeah, no, that's all right. Now we get on to these lovely, lovely.
Oh yeah.
I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot of plastic creaking here in a minute. Nothing beats the smell of a good new plastic tie. I didn't understand the whole point of them having the same figure twice, just with different clothing in the first wave.
Yeah,
That seems kind of redundant.
but it's the same thing as the engineer and the guy, right?
No, this guy, if there's two of him in that first wave, the one that has like the bare chest.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's him again, just in a bare chest.
yeah.
I'm just like, I don't need the same character twice in the first
But I
wave. Come on.
think you'll have to ask Brick on Friday because I think Brick said that he is the main character in that whole world, and that's why there's two of them.
I just didn't need two of them.
No,
Like, yeah, I don't need him with different clothing. Just give me one of them.
If I want him to have clothing or not clothing, I'll figure out which one I want. Then either buy soft goods or just deal with the clothes.
Nice. See, this is a good thing when they just try to do something different.
Oh, that's nice looking.
It is. Ah, Eldor's here. Good evening, Eldor.
Hey, Eldor.
Hello there, chaps.
How are you doing tonight, sir?
Well, yes, I'm doing fine there.
Excellent.
I see you're talking trees and hello there, sir.
How's the weather in Eternia today?
Oh, hey, rather good there. Got a few figures in the mail, so I see you're doing some unboxing there. And
absolutely, I got it. You got to get them out.
Talking a bit of the old foliage there, old trees.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we were talking about what I'm going to do with the simple trees for my. See.
Yeah.
Now you can come in here and put me to shame,
Well,
Eldor.
they're sprouting up all over the show there. What?
Now that is all. Is that sculpted foam or is that paper?
Oh no, this is cardboard base. So I made the tree shapes there. Just drew a rough tree shape and slotted two shapes together like that, and then made a bit of a cardboard base up. And yes, I just wrapped a bit of masking tape around the whole thing, and you can twirl the masking tape up there to make our new branches and tape that on, and yes, just went over with the old hot glue there to make all that barky like texture. And yes, made a little base dirt and rock area around the bottom there.
And I believe
go to the old hobby stores, you can buy your mossy type stilo pad type stuff there, like you wash your dishes with and so forth. So there was a green color, and yes, I just glued that on the branches there.
Yep. Just make us look bad, Eldor. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
A bit of old gung ho there. He's stalking the place out.
Hopefully the tree don't start throwing apples at him.
Oh. Old tree bed there.
There we go. There's him with the space helmet.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh, the new cosmics there.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
We've got quite a few in the chat, I see. Oh, hello there, Scalabator, sir.
Look at all those. That is a ridiculous amount of accessories.
What's he got? 2 pistols, a rifle,
a head, a little thing that goes on his wrist.
6 hands or so? 6, 8 hands? Damn, that's a lot.
That's a lot. And then
you're gonna need the old hexa stack to put all that in there, I think so.
Yeah. A couple of those 3-inch hexa stacks to hold all of his goods.
Yeah, let's hope so. Oh, ooh, yeah. He's gonna need some.
Oh yes,
some heat.
Careful the old joints
to move him around.
Don't break him, Aaron. Don't break him, Aaron.
You know what? No toys were harmed in the making of this video.
I see the older action figures are not free from the older arthritis there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The other ones I don't have to heat up or worry about that I'm going to snap them in half because, unfortunately, sometimes that. Yeah, what?
Did you pre-order them right from Four Horsemen?
These? No, I got it from Chubsy Wubsy Toy Store.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
since Hella Dope decided that they weren't in that one. But obviously that's because they weren't a retailer for them at that point.
Yeah, they
The
missed the boat
buy-in
on that one.
The buy-in for Four Horsemen is $5,000
Yeah.
straight out
Ooh.
in order to get it. So
Yep.
I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, that's a lot to lay out for one line and assume that everything's gonna.
Well, Aaron wanted to get that line, but they were actually, when they started, they were actually too late. They had just missed the distribution closing on it. So that's why they ended up getting the retail exclusive wave, and then what was it, the All-Star 5 or whatever line that last one was.
Yeah, it's fine. But now I got two that I ordered directly from Wave 2 from the Horseman. I got the Novaline, which is like the weird green-faced alien girl, and then the Grave Knight.
Oh, turning your lips there. Hello, sir.
These are like the.
Yes, I decided to open my gung ho there the other
Oh,
night.
you got gung ho there.
Yeah.
He was a freebie that was offered to me, so that was kind of the fellow. And yes, sir, he'd already pre-opened them, you see, so I thought, why not open them up there and, yes, get them displayed there alongside Sergeant Slaughter there and Torpedo I got the other day also. And
I actually like the design of that.
Thing is, his head doesn't stay on there.
Yeah, his cover doesn't stay on very well at all.
It just sort of sits there, really.
That's what I was going to say.
It's,
I like the design of that gung ho, except for the hat not staying on tight.
Yes, he's quite a
Apparently-
stern-looking fellow there, but you do no good in the old window there. He'll blow his hat off.
he's even got these little blasters for his peg into his
forearms there. Yes.
Yeah, they said there's all sorts of pegs on those that everything can just plug into all over the place.
That's cool.
It's a cool idea for them guys.
I like the guns too.
Yes,
I mean,
I found it hard getting his gun into his hand. I had to hold it up to the heater there to soften the hand up.
Yeah. I don't like Gung Ho's guns at all. His guns are awful in that version.
I found them hard to get them nice and safe.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, it's the retro version one is the better equipped one.
That's more gung ho anyway. So
yeah,
but I like the coloring on that original version though.
I do too. I mean, I've used him for customs. My Naga hide is made from Gung Ho.
Yeah,
he's original there, you might say.
Yeah,
I see.
Man, this is going to be I thought the other ones were an accessory nightmare. I think this might actually be a bigger accessory nightmare. I'm going to be.
Oh. Well, you never know. You might get into the old stop motion there, Aaron, sir.
Maybe.
All those different hands might come in handy there.
Oh, I like hands. Give me hands. But the problem is it looks like they're all very, very, very similar.
Well, they have ones that go up and down and ones that go in and out, Aaron. That's why.
Oh, is that what? Oh, yeah. There you go.
So the wrist joints.
I was going to say I got 4 trigger fingers here, and I'm like,
yeah, that's why
I got 4 trigger fingers. Okay.
Because
you got the up and down and the in and out.
If you get a good assortment of hands
that makes sense.
In various poses there, like you're grabbing and fists or something like that, and then that can feed into all your stop motion animation there. So
that's why
maybe I'll get more than 5 minutes to myself, and we'll try it.
Yeah.
You see, it's a lot to work out there, indeed.
That's the one nice thing about
I wonder how these chaps managed to get it nice and smooth and flowing. I'm still struggling with it. It looks like
know what? I have no idea.
My son does it, and he can do them really nice, but it takes a long time. I mean, he worked on one that wasn't even great. It was 10 seconds of video, and it took him 45 minutes just, And he didn't move the guys that much. It was just basically arms.
There's apps out there now that they're making to make it easier.
Yeah.
But it's like with doing the altering STL files for me. I have to do it through Blender, so I'm having to learn Blender. And
you're 3D printing there.
Yeah. And it's yeah, it's a little more robust than I was originally thinking it was going to be. And then it's like, okay, so I am actually having to take a class to figure out how to use it.
You probably could have just hired Eldor to sculpt all your stuff and make it just as easy as you did learning the 3D printer.
That'll take time though.
But that's all right. I like learning, so it's a new skill.
Yep.
Want to say hi to Sir Clifton. He's joined us. I don't know. Did I say hi to Thanos Copter? I don't even remember.
I did. I said hi to Thanos.
Okay, well, apparently I didn't. I don't know if I did or
I
not.
guess I was in the chat there for a while.
But yeah, no, this is like I see, and there's there's a second head with a smaller helmet,
Yeah.
a second set of neck peg, which I'm assuming is for the smaller helmet, maybe. If I'm gauging.
I see they have a few adapters included in those figures for different size heads.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that. You got torpedo.
I'm assuming these are like blaster shots. I don't know. These little white, these little clear pegs, maybe. I don't know.
They might go in the pegs on their on his body, the holes.
They may. Like
maybe.
Okay, maybe. Let me see. I mean, they fit. I have no idea what they do.
They're exhaust. Oh, there's Paul Knapp.
Paul wants to get us on a live stream. Okay, well, I don't know if Paul has Instagram or not, but he can hit me up on Instagram and we can see what we can do.
I believe he does.
It's the best way to reach me.
Yeah.
I use it for everything. Oh, you got torpedo.
Yeah, he's got torpedo.
Yeah, there he goes. There. He's communicating in there.
I love that torpedo. That torpedo is so nice.
Yeah, I gotta get him.
I have an extra one on order because I'm going to take my extra shipwreck head. I'm going to take the hair off. I'm going to build his cap, and he's going to be in the team with torpedo because I got eels coming in. So they got to have somebody to fight.
That shipwreck figure without the hat and without the hair on really looks good bald. If like the head was full, he really does look good.
Yeah. So all I'm going to do is put some epoxy sculpt in that and make it look like a
sure,
close enough.
Speak of hard holding guns there. I often find trouble with the Uzi staying in place.
They don't always fit right. That's more his back on his back is more for the harpoon gun than his submachine gun.
It's really just a Hasbro gimmick, so you can put all the stuff on the figure. I mean, that's really what it's for. And if you're going to stick them on the shelf,
you can't put all the stuff on the figure,
right? If you're going to stand it on a shelf in a static pose, it's just fine. But other than that,
you're not fumbling with it much there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime you try dynamics, you're just
It's like the shipwreck, the anchor. If you put it on the rope or on the little belt loop hook, it doesn't stay on there. Once you start moving the figure around, it falls off. And you could pose them and stuff standing up, but like if you move it around, it just comes right off. Hey, there's Travis.
Travis, you're more than welcome to come on. I sent the link. It's in the Toy Network. It's also in the chat.
This is the takeover of Toy Ramblings for Monday night.
Yes, we're taking over Toy Ramblings because I am technically rambling, but I am trying to open up all my beautifully sculpted Cosmic Legions, and I got this bad boy to open up.
Open the Masterverse there.
And I got New Adventure Skeleton. Skeletor coming in tomorrow.
I've seen as how you're unboxing things there. I bought
Matthew, you want to join? I can send you an invite. I will send you an invite, sir. Whether you
That's
join
a nice
or not,
looking figure, Eldor.
And I also have my handy dandy box cutter apparel there.
Matthew,
it's already charged up.
You are. Send. I'm coming. I know somebody just jumped in the trap. There it is. What's up, Trent?
What do we have here? Oh, wonderful. Mr. Wonderful.
It's Mr. Wonderful.
Hey guys,
how's the Kickstarter going?
It's going, man. It's I'm getting messages from a lot of folks. Some folks have reached out to me recently to ask if I have intentions to release additional stands in the future once the Kickstarter ends, so they don't feel like they have to go all in today. Obviously, you know, best part is to back it now with what you anticipate you need, because you're going to get the best pricing today. Then once after the Kickstarter goes live, or after the Kickstarter ends. Yeah, I'll be having there'll be an ability either through me through the website directly or through third parties to be able to purchase the Hexa stack in the future.
I have a
beautiful
question.
art right there.
Yes, sir.
Travis.
Yes, sir.
On your textured, since they're all the same height, are you going to have something to connect the pieces together?
What is it you mean?
To cover up the flat area so that it could be like one continuous piece of land or one continuous piece of.
So like almost something. So you're saying, so give me 1 second.
Because you have that blank area on the textured piece.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm gonna get his brain.
Now you got his brain going, Aaron.
I know. I got his brain going.
So you're saying, and this is like one of my masterpieces, right? So it's one I use to make sure my magnets are all set. So I have a whole bunch that I don't have magnets in, and they haven't been touched up and anything yet. But what you're saying, and these aren't textured ones, but what you're saying is if you have two stands together, there's this rivet of space. Am I going to have something that will go, if you had a set, something that could kind of go around and cover that frame there?
Exactly. And connect it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Even.
I mean, I definitely
maybe a bit of an extra mat there that lies over top, perhaps.
Yeah, I definitely could give like I think the problem is it's just so thin of a space.
Well, what if you did around the whole hex and did it like in a block of 2, right? Because then you could just keep popping 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 together.
What do you mean?
So like you got your 2 stacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make a whole frame so it goes over 2 full stacks.
Like a 6-pack. You know how the 6-pack cans have the the rings? That would be something that would be like, something to think. It's just something to think about.
Yeah.
For me, that would be
the honeycomb there. Honeycomb, sir.
Yeah, like it's actually funny because I'm working on my do you mind if I present for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Fine.
Let's say hi to Jim Largo and Brian Blevins real quick.
Yeah, we will. Brian, my thoughts on the Super 7 Thundercats lair is it looks fantastic. Unfortunately, 3 foot by 3 foot is way too much real estate in my toy space. Not that I would say no to it if someone got it for me, but it's not something that I would buy. Just space is a premium for me. I think it looks great. I'm not a huge fan of Super 7, but their vehicles and their play sets are great.
You might as well put the cat's head on your fridge there, sir. Have that opened up,
Yeah. It's so big. I mean, that's a monstrous playset. That is huge. Where the hell would I put it? That's what I'm doing.
On your dinner table.
Yeah, that'd be the only place I could put it. And my dinner table is a 6-person table, so it would fit really, really well and comfortable. But yeah, I don't want to eat off of it.
I bought an extra table, so now I got room on my real table. So.
What you need, sir, is how they do the old basketball courts when they switch them up for
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
A bit of a board that lowers down from the ceiling there.
Yeah. I do have a comfortable slab of cement in the backyard that I could just like build up an entire new garage.
Throw up
filled
a shed.
With toys.
Throw up a shed.
And Travis, you got a question. Brian Blevins wants to know your thoughts on the Logan Paul WWE figure.
Oh, he's got it somewhere because I saw him have it.
Oh, you've seen it in preview pictures, right?
Yeah.
Where is it? I must have not. Did my son come and steal it from me?
Oh, of course you're.
Are you losing stuff, Travis? This is what happens when you burn the candle at both ends, man.
Dude, I'm losing it, man. He must have stole that from me.
He's probably got his stuff in one of the drawers of that 3-inch stack. You want to see how much this thing will hold? Look at this.
Now Thanos says the Super 7 Thundercats lair will double as a doghouse. Yeah, no, I would be in the doghouse because my wife would be looking at me. She gets mad at me for the toy collection that's on top of the dog's bed, the dog's crate, because I don't have any other place for it right now until I open it. And then once I open it, it goes somewhere else.
There
Just
we
say
go.
you're sharing your toys there, sir.
So this
Oh,
is the
okay,
Logan
hang on.
Paul figure.
2 seconds. Let me solo you.
Yep. Awesome. So this is the Logan Paul figure. I actually really enjoy it. Like, I was nervous that the hands, like in some of the previews that you saw, that the hands were going to be too long in proportion to his body. But as a fan of wrestling and what this guy has done over the course of, just a year and a half, 2 years that he's been messing around with it, he's impressed me in everything I've seen him on. And the toy has done exactly the same. I love that he looks like a pro wrestler. He has like
So
legitimate.
they gave him the "I'm gonna pick my nose" fingers.
I just have him on those. I was using them in a test shot that I had created for something that I will show you guys here first. It is
Matthew, I sent you a link to come on if you would like to come on. What's up, Gab?
there.
How you doing?
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Made a
So
little locker
Put you a
room.
bit of a shelf there, sir.
yes, so it's a locker room. It's a locker setup. It's got like a hanger over here to hang stuff on. You got like a
Yeah.
bar here. A couple.
He can hang his Joseph's Technicolor jacket up there, sir.
Some other things. I've got some of this stuff getting ready to go out tomorrow to somebody who's going to do some good photos and some prep for me. And
Exciting.
you guys will see that coming. This is going to get added to the Kickstarter. I will have a couple of these in hand at PowerCon so folks can see them. But what's really cool about this is a level of innovation that I've come up with is that you see how the holes in the bottom. There's no pegs built into this. So the idea is that I've come up with a peg that removes from this, that also removes from this, that will go into this. So you not only can use them on your Hexastack stands to display next to your figures within the environment that you're setting up, but you can also take it off, remove the pegs, and you're not stuck with these, pegs that are hanging off it so it doesn't sit properly on, the regular ground. And in turn, it stands right on your desk or, on your shelf, separate from the Hexastack. So you're not stuck exclusively using them on the stands. You can put them on your stand for display, but then also pull them away and leverage them with this. And the price on these during the Kickstarter, if we get the stretch goal, if we get stretched on that, it's going to be $12 a piece. So very, very inexpensive.
Apparently, Paul likes to collect 12. Hello.
Paul is a G.I. Joe 1/6 scale collector.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
that takes up real estate real quick.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, no, I love the 3-0 6 scales. They look fantastic, but nope.
I got a Marvel Wolverine card here.
Little bit of a PSA there.
Yeah, it's got a PSA grade. I bought this because this may be hinting towards a display.
What are you burning?
That I'm going to have. Yep.
Oh, bit of red alert there, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a display on one of the Hexastack displays. A little hint towards one of the groups that'll be on display spread across the Hexastack, but also leveraging that card holder feature that the Hexastack has. So you'll see this on display.
That's definitely going behind the glass, huh, Travis?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I just
picked
you
on there, Travis. You were talking about how you were bidding on that card there as we went over the different card holders there. So I see you finally got that all right.
Yeah, it arrived in the mail today. Yep, I got that to go along with.
Very good.
It's a little different of a look because it's the only one I have, but a little pickup from Hello Toys here. That'll be one of the display pieces that's displayed on the Hexastack with a few other folks in the matching attire.
Oh, they look good there, sir.
Yeah, so many things to do in preparation for PowerCon. I feel like I got about 30 or 40 days worth of work ahead of me, and I've got 9 days before I have to pack up and go.
Oh, busy work. But yes, in my collections, I quite like to display many things from the franchise, be it collector cards or the books, coloring books or what have you, and along with the figures there, it just fills out the collection nicely, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and I see Thanos just saying he hopes the numbers get through PowerCon. I do, honestly. I think Thanos. I think once I get to PowerCon, I think having folks have an opportunity to see it in hand is going to swing the numbers in a favorable direction. I really think within a week or so of PowerCon, we'll know where we stand for it. I'm in the process of starting to set up the Shopify so that once all the Kickstarter orders are fulfilled, we can get the Shopify website up and running and continue to deliver product to others. Obviously the best time to get in is during the Kickstarter, but definitely I'll be here long. I'm not going anywhere.
So did you make that locker the same width as the stack? So it's like 3 inches or whatever across?
Yeah, it fits right on the stand, so it doesn't disrupt the way that you display.
Perfect.
For this, but this goes back to everything I've been saying since the beginning, right? It's limitless. I can go if I find that there's a need for someone who wants to have a back row that's a bunch of lockers. There's nothing stopping me from doubling the width of that and leveraging just 1 or 2 peg connectors on multiple stacks and spreading it across multiple ones.
You could really combine 2 of them in the 3D modeling, right? And just make it one, right?
What's that? The
lockers.
Yeah, exactly. You just mesh them together so that it's one singular piece, or I'd likely do some modifications to it to give it some uniqueness.
Hey, Punk, I told you we were taking over Monday night.
You know what, Lawrence?
Punk,
if you want me to send you a link, you can check in from your hotel room.
If you're not with us, if you can't beat us, join us, Lawrence.
That's right.
You know what?
Yes, as we said last time there, Mr. Wonderful, you could, even if someone would like, the old wrestling ring posts there, you can plug those into an arrangement of a nice good arrangement of the hex stacks there, and had the wee ring posts on the old 4 corners there.
Yep.
Pop yourself full screen for a second, Aaron, so I can see that.
And I know Brian had asked if I had plans to scale it up for Comics Labs. I don't know that I will scale the stands up, but it's definitely something we can do about as far as if it's something that people with comic book slabs want to have displayed. It goes back to my point of being able to spread it across, maybe making a part that goes into the little peg legs and can go across multiple stands all at once.
Okay. I'm crazy. For whatever reason, it's always the little guys on these that the stuff goes in a lot easier than the full-size characters. I don't know what that is.
I tell you, Lee. I don't know why they put ties in these things. It's so hard to pull out. Well, here we go.
Yeah, I just opened up that He-Man last night, and I didn't even see half the little straps that were on him. I just yanked them.
I know.
I'm too old to see. Hey, I warned Punk 2 weeks in a row that we were going to take his spot if he took the night off. He didn't listen. So all I got to say.
One of us should. Yeah, there we go. Takes the night off. We'll just fill in for him.
Yeah.
Cause trouble.
Here's trouble here indeed.
Yeah,
that's all we do.
All he ever talks about is I'm Mr. Monday Night. Yep. Not anymore. You're not, pal.
All these loops to put the arms in there. Might take a head off
we'll
there.
See.
And look away if you're squeamish.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
We love you, Lawrence. Hope you're having a great time down in Florida, man.
Yeah, man. I've been seeing his pictures. I saw him posting pictures yesterday, and I was in Disney a year ago in October, and I swear to myself that I was never going to go again until my kids had kids, because it was such a big trip. But this year, as I've gotten further and further away from it, I'm like, man, I want to go back again next year. And seeing him post his pictures, I'm like, man, I want to go back. We had such a good time.
I love Lawrence's picture. He's got like 5 of his kids and then 5 of his toys. It's perfect.
I saw that.
Eldor, show us your sorceress there.
It's trying to figure out these old arm loops there. But
those are awful. Yeah, those make me insane. Yeah, they don't. You have to take her hands off, and then it's a whole thing.
She's a nice looking figure.
Disassembly there. Huh?
Yeah. I don't know why they did that. It makes no sense.
Quite difficult there.
It's
Yeah, I
I
know.
Mattel.
like to get a bit of heat
They're
to
weird.
it, I think. Oh,
I do
covered
like
in
his shoe.
sellotape. What's all this sellotape here?
Oh, it's like a
I
tortoise
might
shell.
have to do
That's
some
awesome.
paint work on that to get a little more details, but
Oh, yes.
that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 down.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is
Big
sad.
mail call there, sir.
This is a sad thing. All right, you sir can go over there.
I didn't get anything this week, guys. Oh, actually, I did. I got table runners and displays for the convention.
I've been trying not to buy very much so I can save up my money for
Dude, it's
PowerCon, man.
yeah, it's going crazy, man. It's so much work.
Jim is asking you how your diorama building.
Well, it's going. Then I didn't post any pics. I'll send you a couple pics later.
Very nice. Not playing ball there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there we go. Better than nothing.
Oh, come on.
Not toys, but table runners.
Wow, cool.
So
Bit of branding there, sir.
keep a lookout for that at
that's
PowerCon. And that's from your place there, Ed. Ooh,
Is it?
What is that?
That is the gun for my next
Oh,
Cosmic Legion.
some serious hardware
Oh,
there,
wow.
sir. Oh.
That is badass.
Yeah.
That's for the blue chick, right?
Yeah. It's
For a second there, I thought that was like some of that Gridiron Studios stuff, man.
Oh no. Gridiron's a little too rich for my blood. I mean, I say that, but you know.
I haven't gotten to the Gridiron stuff, but they do pump out some cool stuff. And actually, Ed, did you see what they just put out?
The throne.
The throne.
Yeah.
Throne looks awesome.
You saw
It's
that,
cool,
right?
but it's cool, but it's not $90 cool for me, man. I'll tell you.
Well,
Yeah,
I can tell you that the one what I'm planning for Hexastack is not going to cost that much.
Oh, that is
Totally good.
oh, that is nice. Nice.
But I will say I was a little bummed out about seeing that. I was like, man, they beat me to it again.
Nice.
It's the way it always goes, isn't it? You got an idea, you got to get it out right away, or else somebody else has it at the same time.
I know, man.
Calling email. Calling.
She doesn't have as many hands and.
No, she only has two.
Thank you, Largo.
How long did it take to get your stuff from that place? Because you got the pop-ups too, right?
Yeah, I got the table runner. I've got one of the flags, like the kind of like half moon looking flags, and then I have one of the straight, up and down tower type things too.
Yeah.
Those came first. I guess I was an idiot and I ordered the table runner and I didn't pay attention to the color, so I got it in white and it looked really bad because it was like a black box with my logo in the front of it on a white runner. So I was like, that's not what I wanted. They gave me a couple dollars off, but and they gave me next day shipping to get me another one out here. So that one was really fast. That was like maybe 4 days.
Yeah, they're quick.
What does Elder Bob would say? We don't make mistakes. We make happy accidents.
Exactly.
That's right. Happy little accidents.
So got that. Got all my. Now I basically just have to go through and I've got to just get a couple more things prepped up on my end for the displays and figure out which figures I'm bringing for everything. But it's coming along.
This is a fabric strap.
Seriously?
Oh, that's
Seriously.
good.
Is it adjustable?
It's got a little plastic clip, but the rest of it is metal and fabric.
Damn. Travis,
man,
you driving down to PowerCon?
I am driving.
You got the
all
whole fam
way.
coming, right?
Everybody but my oldest. My oldest
Yeah.
is working, so my oldest is not coming with us. It's gonna be my wife and my two younger children, my daughter and my youngest son. We're We're gonna make the hike out on Thursday after work, and
And
then
a whole bunch of totes.
yeah, well, not too many actually. I think for the most part, I mean, because I've got everything boxed up still, like I've kept everything pretty
All right.
tight. But
John, see you later, man.
yeah, it shouldn't be
Good
too
evening.
much. I think I
Good
can.
night.
I think it'll be pretty good. So
And make sure you take the old camera there so you go Bigfoot hunting.
oh yeah. My wife's gonna bring the nice camera. She may end up using my pass to get in on one of the days, like Sunday or something, do some recording and stuff. I know there's gonna be a ton of folks there, so I'm hoping like Oz and those guys can grab some footage. And I know you, Ed, will be there.
Oh, I'm
so
sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Night
sure
Jim,
Oz
night
and
Paul.
the other
Everybody-
John, Emerald Night Photos, he's supposed to be there, I think,
Yep.
Thursday night.
Everybody's talking about 6:30 comes early, man.
I know.
You know what?
Bunch of
You know-
lightweights.
I know.
It does
I know.
for everybody.
Mega J is going to be there, so there's going to be quite a few folks.
Oh,
So I'm hoping to get some footage and stuff with the number of people to use as promotional stuff. But yeah, we'll be doing that. We'll be getting in late on. Actually, might not be as late as I originally thought on Thursday. I won't be doing any setup on Thursday because I'm not selling anything. Literally, there's
No.
nothing being sold. I'm promoting Hexastack, so I'm going. So I don't have, I thought I have a ton of like stuff I purchased that I had listed on eBay and stuff. I thought about pulling some stuff and bringing it, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to take away from Hexastack. That's what I'm there for. I'm going all in on that. So I'm just bringing the Hexastack booth and.
Well, I mean, you could bring it to
speaking of that.
display the stuff.
Well, I'm bringing
display
some
with-
of my own personal
Oh.
collection to put on the stands.
Yeah, you
But
don't
I
want to
mean-
dilute the Hexastack stuff. though.
Exactly. I'm not
Yeah.
going to be selling merchandise.
Yeah,
you know, I don't want to
pimping.
dilute. Exactly. I thought, well, I could recoup some of my expenses, but I said, you know what? I want to be fully focused on Hexastack. I don't want to distract or deter anybody from what I'm actually there for. So it's all Hexastack all day for me for 3 days, and so I've just got. Honestly, I think maybe I'll have like 2 totes of stuff. When it
That's
comes
not
down to
bad.
the figures that'll be displayed and stuff. So I'm just gonna set up on Friday morning. They give us from like 7 to 1 to do the setup. I don't think it'll take that long to set up.
You got what, like a
I
12-hour
hope
drive,
not.
right? It's 4.5 hours for me.
I don't think it's that much for me. Let me check the phone.
I guess
I'm getting nervous
Bendy
though.
wires and
Getting-
that soft
getting
goods
very
there,
nervous.
Aaron said.
Soft
Oh,
goods
look at
cake
that.
that has a snap on it.
What's that? Is that her logo on the back? Like, or is that
I don't
is
know,
that
but
Tusker or what's that?
I
from?
like it.
That
It's
looks awesome. It's
Very
one of the
reminiscent
clans.
of
It's
the
one of the
Mandalorian.
clans. I know that. Yeah,
Says I
definitely
got-
Mandalorian looking.
Says I got
Very.
about 10 hours, I think.
Well,
I'm
you're not
looking at-
all the way into the city though. That's right. You're
No, I'm like parallel to where you are probably.
yeah.
At. Like I'm just on the east coast of New York.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm 2.5 hours north of the city. So
Yeah.
I think if I leave here based on the time I plan to, I think I can get to. I think I'm going to get in around 8:00, give or take, minus any stops or anything. I think I'll get in around 8:00 at night on Thursday.
Yeah.
Get a nice, dinner with the family when we get in town. Get checked into the hotel, get situated, and then plan for an early morning the next morning.
I'm popping in
Fight-
Friday
fight-
morning.
Fight who gets what bed and what room or what have you.
yeah, exactly. No, my little dude and I share a bed, and my wife and my daughter normally share a bed if we only get like a queen. But I think this one might have
Oh, you
2
have a
queens
plan
and a
there.
pull
Oh,
and a pull out. I think I might have did a pull out because we are going to be there for a few nights, and I didn't want to have my little dude like trying to like kick me in the face with his foot or something, and he gets moving around a
What,
little
you,
bit.
you don't want injuries? Come on. That's the whole point of a family trip. There's supposed to be injuries.
Yeah.
What are
Nothing
you
like
doing?
nothing like being at PowerCon. Everybody's going, Travis, why you got a black eye? Where'd you go
Yeah,
last night
exactly.
after the show?
I got stuck in the
Right?
poop line.
That's right.
I was at my son's football match there, and he scored a goal
Exactly.
in my
The
face.
poop line got a little rowdy last night.
Exactly. Yeah, it'll be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, focus on that. I won't have too much. Do the setup, and then we actually, I found out through the contract that we can't break down till 5:00 on Sunday. Like there's like a no breakdown till 5, and I was like, crap,
Yeah.
that is gonna be a late freaking night for
Yeah,
me.
a lot of conventions have that.
I didn't know that.
Make sure you pack your supplies there. Keep
Exactly.
going.
Yeah, so we'll be there on Sunday late, and then planning to pack up and head home, which is, again, it's a 9-hour drive. So I'm gonna get in the middle of the evening
Yeah.
or in the middle of the night, sleep for 6 hours, maybe 5 hours, and then basically just unload the car, and then we're headed to Ocean City with the whole family. So it's like PowerCon and then a little bit of a much needed vacation. So.
Oh, sounds good.
Oh, that's
Look at the
nice.
inside of the boxes.
Dude, so
You can almost use that as a
You
diet.
can definitely use that as a display.
I don't
Yeah.
display, but I'm definitely I know Laser Pants like made a joke about like doing
Scrapbooking.
scrapbooking, but I've been cutting stuff up with that plan for like a long time.
But this is like an actual, like, there's a floor and there's
Yeah.
a side, and it's like a little.
I'm wondering if I see those things in person at PowerCon, if I'm gonna feel like I missed out on the Cosmic Legion line, and
You will, because I'll make sure you do.
Just I
That's
wasn't
what friends
thinking
are
of the
for.
space. I wasn't thinking of the space look of it, so I was like, it wasn't something I was huge on. It just not my type of lore.
I got 2 of them coming in tomorrow that I'll be showing off tomorrow night on.
Okay,
It's perfect for doing it. Talk about aliens, and my Cosmic Legions are coming in.
There you go.
They look cool.
All the talk over in your parts there.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I don't watch
I
much of the
honestly
news,
haven't
but
had a bad Legions figure yet.
yeah,
No.
And I can't, it's the same thing with AWOC. Like, that's rare that I find something that I can't just complain about everything.
the AWOCs, man, I can't complain about a single thing on those. I absolutely love those.
I can.
That you don't have them?
No, they're costing too much damn money out of my wallet.
Yeah,
I can't stop buying the damn things.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ted and them are just taking advantage of
Oh, I need another gorilla.
us. You're getting Tanger, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can get Tanger. I didn't realize when I ordered my tickets that I had to buy them then, and I went to go buy them afterwards, and they said, well, you got to buy a ticket. I'm like, I already bought tickets.
No, you don't have to.
I didn't buy a ticket, and I got
Tanger, but that was a while ago. So
Yeah, I don't know.
I have him
think-
and I have Demestros on pre-order with PowerCon.
Hold on a second. Let me take a look at something.
Yes, I'll be looking at some getting some monkey business there myself. Yes, I'm getting Sun Wukong on the figure obscura there.
Oh yeah,
That's a nice figure.
yeah, and they obviously still have some there. So if you didn't get him, they'll have a booth at PowerCon, and I guarantee you that he'll be there
This one?
because they just had him at ChrisCon.
Did they really?
Yes.
Wow.
So if they had him at ChrisCon, I promise you they're going to have him at PowerCon. So you should be able to pick him up.
I'm really surprised they didn't sell that out.
I was surprised too.
I think they reserve enough for the con seasons.
Probably.
I mean, if you're going to be,
It's like a Ramen Toy there. He's got a pile of verse heads, even though they're sold out. I heard he's taking those with him.
I didn't plan to buy those, but I think I might snag that 3-pack that he has while I'm there.
That pilot?
Yes, I only snagged
aviation
two
pilots
of the heads.
or the head
Two of
pack.
the
Yeah.
heads, I got,
The whole
I got first
the
one.
the figures, like
The aviation pilots.
yeah. I gotta see
Comes
how
with
they
a bunch
scale.
of nice heads. So
Oh,
yeah.
yes, those two.
I love
And
that
if
one.
you-
He got the one that
if
wasn't
you
supposed to
get
be
it-
Tom Cruise, but it looks
Yeah,
a
if
lot
you get
like
it,
Tom
if
Cruise.
you get it at PowerCon, they'll have the.
Yep.
They'll
Yes, I
have
think
that
he
head
might be.
there.
He might be
or
offering
they'll
the
have the
special
ability to get
Tom,
the head there.
the Tom Cruise head there. In a special bundle.
Ray,
He
they
just-
should
he just-
start shipping them usually
he
right
gets
after
some-
PowerCon or right before. It's kind of hit or miss.
Oh, there's Ted Darklaw.
So
Oh,
I understand
the dealer.
he just-
Mr. Ted, I want you to see this. You missed out.
But yes, I
Lucky.
see. I see. Ramen Toilet. He can't sell that head, so he's putting it in a special gift bundle
Yeah,
or something.
Tom Cruise put the kibosh on that quick.
Of course he did.
So.
He was faster than Mattel and Hasbro with his cease and desist.
he had his finger on the pulse there.
Oh yeah.
The old trigger.
Wait, hang on. Does that say just myth? Hang on. Wait, go back. Open that thing back up.
But yes, I've got one verse 1 head coming and 2 in the verse 2 because I
Man,
plan to make a Moomy Faker custom there.
Ted,
So
you were
more than,
looking at
more than 200
Cosmic
Moomy
Legions
He-Mans
Wave
also.
1.
Hey, Ed, I'm sending you a picture over Instagram. Take a look at it when you get a second.
All right. I'm gonna go grab a Gatorade, so I'll look at it when I'm
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Getting a bit dry there myself.
So you got everything set up for you on the PowerPoint, right? So you're not having any last minute additions besides the locker room wrestling.
Oh, me? No,
Yeah.
there will be 2 other items, prototypes on display that
Okay.
that I think people will be very excited with. I haven't finished them up completely, but I will be running off prints before the weekend on those. They'll be, they'll be in like the prototypes phase. There'll probably be some work that still needs to be done, but it's gonna have the same concept. It's one of those types of accessories like the locker room, and it'll also have that removable peg from both the locker room type piece and the bottom piece, so that way you can use it both with the stands but also separate from the stands, which I think folks are gonna really like. But I was
Right.
looking
Well, it's
here.
mostly same gun. The front end is different, so I'm assuming that's a disassembly piece.
Oh, I guess
Interesting.
they only have 5 booths remain or that's all they had left for PowerCon, from what I see.
Do they charge you much for those booths there, sir? I know they're around $1,000 over at my past when they had their cons. And
they weren't $1,000. I unfortunately was hesitant about trying to get in, and I waited till there was only less than 30. So I got stuck with a large corner booth, way bigger booth than I need for what I'm shilling out there, and that was a little bit more expensive because I decided to wait. So
So you got stuck with a big old large booth, so you're gonna have to figure out how to fill it, or did you have enough printed that you can do it?
Yeah, I
have plenty of small shelves there, so have a shelf set up there, and then put an arrangement of picture stacks so people can see what a shelf arrangement looks like. Maybe
I have
if you have room, of course.
I have these things that I found online, which this is like the size of it. So it's just this clear thing, but it ends up being like a cube, and they're stackable. And I've got about 6 of these, which will have the stands in them, so people aren't touching the figures on the stands. And I'll have a bunch of extra stands loose that folks can get a feel for. But that way, because being honest, I'm using some of my action figure my personal collection. I'm using some of my son's personal collections to display for it. So
rather than people getting the old 5-finger discount there, indeed.
Exactly. So I'll have about 6 or so of those spread across the table, and whatnot. So I think I'll have plenty to display.
Those cubes got to be pretty close to
figure out how to do a inbox collector hexastand.
Yeah.
What's that?
For the Black Knight.
I said you need to do an inbox collector hexastand.
Oh yeah,
I'm being facetious, but yeah, we need to do one of those.
Absolutely. I'll have. I'm going to be giving away I'm going to be giving away starter packs each day. I won't have the starter packs to give away on the event just because of where I'm at in production, but shortly after the event, I'll be mailing out at my own expense to the 3 winners of the starter packs. There'll be one each day of the convention. So
what I was saying, those cubes, when you get them set up, Travis, should be pretty close to a Deltoff, right?
Yeah, it's going to be similar to that. That's exactly what it would be. It would be very similar to that. I think it's a little smaller than the Deltoffs, but they'll be good. Oh, good to know. Thank you, Ted. Yeah, when all my stuff's gone and I got nothing else to sell because I don't have anything to sell, I'm just gonna go harass the hella dope guys, and I'm gonna look like one of those junkies outside their booth, like, hey guys, I need a plastic. I need some plastic. Can I get some plastic, guys? And Teddy's like, yeah, Travis, don't worry, we got you. You got credit with us for now.
You got any of them AWOL?
Ted's gonna be like, don't worry, Travis, I got you.
Yo, Ted, Spiro was out of the Tanger. You got any orange monkeys? Yeah.
No, he doesn't because he sold out of the orange ancient monkey.
Yeah.
You know, they'll probably just, ship him some more because that's kind of what they do.
we'll
Oh,
put
he
you to
says he's
work.
going to put you to work. Uh-oh.
I've already
Yeah.
volunteered, and he's not even accepting it, so I must not be
Right.
good enough. It's just you, Travis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they're gonna have Mr. Wonderful helping them, sling
Right.
stuff while you're covering for me over at the Hexastack
Right.
booth. Yeah, I got and Axion. I was just looking to see if I could get a hold of it because as a vendor, I was going to see if I could order another one for you. But I think I think it's past time for me to be able to snag another one of those.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll find one somewhere.
What, the Tanger?
Yeah,
They'll have them on site.
I'm sure they will.
No, they will.
Yeah,
You just
I
need
have
to
two
show
of them
TJ, I think.
regardless.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I
sure
have
you can
two of
still
them.
buy 'em.
that's
Yeah,
gonna be the
I
first
have-
place I go on Friday when the show starts. Is
Okay.
I'm gonna stop in and see the HTT guys and then head over to Sparrow.
Yeah. I think that Spiro line is going to be long. I
Yeah.
expect it to be that and they're right next to if you've seen the map, they're right next door to Vala and all those guys.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be a tight window over there. And then what I'm really excited about is Savage Crucible. I got to get on there. I got to get my little token thing out. I got to start figuring out what all their clues are because like whatever they're gonna have is gonna be some cool stuff.
Ted says we barely know what we're doing. That's all right, Ted. Oh, good.
Gotta start somewhere.
So I know Ted's not on the call here, but I'm curious. I'm gonna throw a question out to him in the chat. I told my wife like yesterday, I'm getting nervous, Ted. like I'm myself getting nervous. I look at that floor plan and I see all of those. I mean, you guys are obviously been around for a year now in business and stuff, but like for me, I have not been doing
Well,
this
it's
long.
a few millennia there, sir, you might say.
Oh,
What was that, Elder?
A few millennia there, you might say.
Yeah, exactly.
Send Ted a. Hang on, let me find him.
Travis, you do this every day of your life, man. This is going to be a cakewalk.
I don't know, man.
You're only
Yeah,
nervous because it's your baby. That's all.
That's probably what it is. That's got to be what it is. But I'm just like I said to my wife yesterday. I'm like I'm nervous. I'm like I see like the McFarlane booth. I see the Valaverse booth. I see Savage Crucible and Spiro, and I'm like, man, I'm a NECA. Like I'm like, oh man.
This is one of the like Toy Bro said last night on HDT, right? I mean, it's one of the few
All right, I sent Ted the link
figure-centric
in his not the
big
hella dope.
cons that
one.
we get every year.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's the largest
Your
from what I'm
stacks-
seeing online.
yeah,
So-
your stacks are going to go. I mean, you're not going to sell them there, but you're going to get a lot of traffic.
I'm hoping, man. Did you see that image I sent you on
Yeah,
Instagram? That for a business card, do you think that's good enough or no?
for a business card, for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's got the
You're
logo,
going to have your
the brand.
information on the back, right?
I mean I wasn't going to put anything on the back. I was just going to leave it blank and let them use the QR code to go to everything.
Oh yeah, you got the QR code on there. That's right. You don't need anything
Yeah.
on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's what I was thinking. And the QR code's key because the QR code is going to get you to the survey to
Right.
register for the PowerCon raffles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show this one off.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that gun,
She is
man. That is
ugly.
awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
she's
the
back in
same
the front
gun as
now,
the
right?
other one. It's just the front piece is a little bit different
Yeah.
as the first one that I showed on this.
I didn't see you hold. You didn't hold the gun up when you showed the first one.
Yeah, I did. It's this one.
Yeah, I mean in the figure's hand is what I meant.
Oh no,
Oh
his
yeah, the
hands
front's
are a little
different.
bit
It's got a
stiffer in
different
the
barrel.
elbow, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to break that guy.
It looks like one of
Snap
those Star
it up.
Wars speeder bikes there, you might say.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Probably big enough to ride on one too.
Yeah. Okay. Now for my next. Oh, okay. I see where that goes. All right. So that goes there.
Oh.
Does it just
What you need
flop
to do,
around?
Travis, is you need to get those on those magnetic business
there it
cards.
goes.
Oh man, now you're costing me an arm and a leg.
Well, you don't take them out to the power con. What you do is you get them on magnetic ones, and you walk around like at Walmart and Target in the action figure aisle, and you just stick them to the metal shelf.
Just get stickers. Just
Yeah.
stick them right
There
to
you go. Just get
just put 'em on all-
that'll annoy the
I used
shit
to
out
do
of
that.
some poor guy that
Just
has to
sticker them
scrape
right on
off.
all the boxes. No, sticker them right on all the new
Oh,
in box
yeah.
figures because people love peeling stickers off boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
My buddies and I, when we used to run a comic book website, we used to put our business cards that were magnetic all over the place in the toy stores.
That's a good idea.
That's gonna be an effort. All right, this is gonna be difficult. All right, hang on.
Aaron, do your
We've
glasses
We've
have
all been there,
bifocals?
sir. We've all been there.
I'm gonna have to warm that up. That ain't gonna go in that way. No, no.
You don't have your what is laser pants called? The heat stick?
Oh, I have my heat gun. It's just in the garage, and I'm not.
Yeah.
Nah, it's too loud.
Sometimes using the old force there is not always a good thing.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta give it less. Less
Ted
is
says he's
more.
not at home, so he can't jump on.
Yeah, I know. I saw. Oh wait. Aha! It's on. It fit finally. There we go.
Elder, you got a diorama built for a torpedo yet?
Oh no, I did try a little bit of playful photography there the other day. So I found I looked on the old Great Island Universe there to find a bit of underwater scene, and I found one with another diver somewhere in the background. So I took that and enlarged it on my Great Island Universe screen here, and I just sat old torpedo over top of my laptop screen there, and took a photo of them under the water. Yes, I've been playing around with using sometimes photographs or taking a bit of a video snap there and playing it on my computer screen, then taking another video there of maybe a bit of a spaceship zipping about my bedroom there or lounge room, whatever.
The last few Joes that have come out have just been incredible, man. Torpedo, Shipwreck, Rock and Roll.
I'm waiting on Shipwreck there. Hedemann's
Scrap iron.
Yeah, I didn't do Scrap Iron yet because I got Shipwreck and Rock and Roll because I actually found them out in the wild. And
yes, no, the scrap iron's awesome.
but compared to the last set of Joes that I got, they're at the
it's
the
night.
quality of them is phenomenal.
Yeah, you can tell when they shift factories. Let's leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Becomes pretty obvious.
Yes, the thing I like about these new Joes is they almost have that similar vintage O-ring figure look to them.
Yeah.
The way everything was sectioned there, like the crotch pieces and so forth, and it does give that nod back to the way the vintage figures almost look there.
It's nice. They're keeping enough of the OG to let you know who it is, but upgrading the design just enough to
exactly
make it modern without going overboard.
Oh, you guys checking out the new Joes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I just got this in the mail.
I thought you said you didn't get anything, you liar.
I got it like last week.
Got the drone fellow there. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He's packing the artillery.
Should I open it, maybe? I should let it breathe, right?
You always got to let it breathe, right?
Why not? We're all on opening here today, apparently.
It should always be breathing. I mean, you don't want to just like.
I saw that one guy on Instagram. I can't remember who it is, but he did like a wash on the burnt side of that guy's scarred face. Oh, man, it made it look so much better.
Yeah.
So I've done a bit of repainting on some figures there that didn't quite look good there. I've done a bit
those just like
paint on
you
the
can unravel those, right,
Thorin Oakenshield figure there.
It's way faster.
He wasn't painted quite that well as Gandalf was.
Yeah.
So I did a few washes on Thorin's face and also the Kirk figure from the new Playmates Star Trek figures. I did a bit of a facial wash on him to make him look a bit better.
That's concerning.
It makes life so much easier. I don't like sitting here taking 20 minutes to untwirl these. Too many.
I just grab and pull.
19 years of unwrapping toys for the kids, and I'm just like, if I can cut it, I'm done with it.
Indeed. Yes, I untwirled the strings off old Torpedo there.
I just got Torpedo too.
I remember when my kids were little, Christmas night before, like Christmas Eve, I get on the table next to the couch. I'd have my saucer for my coffee cup, and then I'd have a screwdriver, a knife, a pair of snippers, and every kind of battery I could possibly think of.
Yep. Oh, that is clean.
Preparation.
You sound like an army scout there, sir.
That's
At
right.
Christmas.
You never know if Santa was leaving.
Okay,
Well,
so
hopefully
with this
Santa
guy-
knew what he
Come
actually
with this
left.
gun dropped down there earlier.
the tracks don't move. I just realized that.
No, and that's the only thing I don't like about it. But that's
It looks like it could, but it just doesn't.
that's the trick, because it's in there and it's rubber, and you would think that they didn't put a track in there to run it. But
Yeah, it's too bad.
I wonder if you could take it off and you could get to that track and then
Yeah, it
maybe
looks
put a
like
wheel
it's
in there to spin it.
Yeah.
Looks like
I'll
the
leave
old
that to
gun's
Mr.
done the old
Customizer.
disappearing trick on me there.
Be
You know
interesting
when
if you could.
when your figures fall off the shelf, and you try to look around the floor and you can't see anything, and you've got no gaps under your shelves, so it couldn't have gone under there, and do a good search, and you never see it again. So somehow the space-time continuum opened up there, and sucked all your accessories or figures up. And,
See, the best part is
swirling in a bit of a vortex of entropy there.
I lose a lot of heads that way.
not if you have a stand.
True, but I don't have a stand yet.
Not if you have Hexastack. No.
If that Travis guy would get his Hexastack,
Cost of base
launched,
cat will find
Yeah,
that.
exactly. I mean, geez.
been talking
know.
about it for 6 months now. Jeez.
It hasn't even been 6 months.
Why don't we have product on the shelf yet?
I mean, I have product on the shelf.
Travis is like, why the hell did I come on this stream tonight?
I got product on the shelf. It's just not on the one in the store that you can get to. I've got a whole shelf over there. I actually started packing up some of my figures just so I had places to store my stands. So I like the artwork.
That'd be a spot on there. Good gravy. Get in it.
I feel left out. I don't have anything to open.
So I ended up getting these.
I opened up my He-Man last night and I put my Gomez head on it.
Which
saw that.
He-Man did you open up there, sir? Is it the 40th He-Man?
Yeah, that was the 40th one.
Oh, jolly good.
That's the ogre scale, right,
That was
Aaron?
right.
Yep.
That
It's
looks,
the only
That was
ogre
like
scale I
even
got.
bigger there.
So we're gonna see how much I really want to get ogre scales.
Ooh, that looks cool.
they're very tempting. I haven't got one yet.
Lawrence, I sent you a link if you want to come. I know you're on vacation, but
Well, I'd love to hear from Lawrence if he's around and he wants to join. I'd love to hear if he's taken on the if he went on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride while he was down there yet. I don't know if he's been to Epcot yet or not.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy there. Seen a Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, that ride is amazing. I went on it twice a day, both days. We were supposed to go to Animal Kingdom a second time, but we decided to go to Epcot just so we could do the Guardians of the Galaxy ride 2 more times because that
So
ride is by
Galaxy-
far the best.
Guardians is in Epcot, not in Universal.
Yeah, it's a Disney. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The Guardians ride is the most amazing roller coaster. We went on that ride 4 times while we were there, and every time it was a different ride because they have different music and different things.
I don't see
He's
him.
been backstage for 30 minutes.
I don't see him. Why is it not? Hang on. Oh, I hate this thing.
Are
Okay.
you on free StreamYard? Because you can only do 4 people.
No,
Oh, there he
no.
is.
Oh, there he is.
One day.
Look
One
at
day.
that.
Lawrence there.
Look
One
at
day
that
I take
beautiful
off and
headboard.
people are trying to take my time slot.
Hold
I
on, hold
told
on.
you.
No.
You are
We-
no
we had to
longer
keep
the
it
king of
warm
Monday
for you.
night.
But Punk, Lawrence, figure it like this. It took 4 of us to fill your shoes, man. That's impressive.
Indeed.
And
Yeah,
How
I'm
are
just
you,
sitting here.
Lawrence?
It's been a long day, long few days.
Oh, I'm sure.
Have you been to Epcot yet?
No, no, I think we're gonna go Thursday.
Dude, make sure you do Guardians, brother. You got the whole app and everything figured out how to get on the rides and stuff by now, right?
We don't do. I don't do roller coasters.
Dude, it's not a
Where's
roller
my-
coaster. It's amazing.
What is it?
It's a roller coaster.
Okay.
but it's a Disney
the best roller coaster.
It's a Disney roller coaster, so it's not bad. The Disney roller coaster.
I don't
Yeah,
have a problem with
easy.
roller coasters. I just don't find them entertaining. My son won't go on them.
Okay. Did you do
Like
the
tomorrow? What?
Did you do the Star Wars thing yet? The
Star Tours?
Star Wars.
Yeah, we went to
Hollywood Studios.
Did you build
It
your
was Hollywood
lightsaber?
Studios. My son built the lightsaber. My daughter built the droid.
Oh, the droid there. Yes.
So yeah, that was all the money that we had to spend for the rest
I was gonna
of our
say, so
lives.
now you're broke staying in the hotel for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Hitting the
Is that
free
one you
beach.
built?
Yeah, this is you know, I didn't get to build one. I had to buy one of the ones that was in the shelf.
So I put on the punks with film. I didn't film the whole thing because I didn't realize like when you go in to do it, it's like the whole thing is $250 to build the lightsaber. It's expensive.
Oh,
But like you go in with
that
a
was
group of people.
That was cheaper than the one that I had to buy. They charged like so much for this thing. But you
More
get a
than
custom
$250.
one, right?
Yeah, like when you're in the room and the guy tells the tale and everything.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I just went into the shop where you get to like pick which one you want.
Oh no! So like
Travis is getting out his lightsaber. Thankfully, we're
you have to like
PG-13 rated.
And I see that your Schwartz is as big as mine.
No, like you're supposed to schedule, but it was super dead. So we were able to schedule it for that day. I completely didn't think about it.
That's awesome, dude.
But go watch it. It's really cool. Unfortunately, I didn't get the whole thing, but there's only supposed to be one person that's allowed in with them.
Okay.
But since it's not real busy, they let me go in with my son and my daughter. My daughter didn't make one.
Okay.
So you have probably 10 people building them.
Okay.
Like you pick what you want.
Yep.
So there's like
the
4
hilts and
different
everything.
lightsabers, and you can pick different things. And then this guy comes out and he tells like the whole tales of like the Jedi, the Sith. Basically, you're supposed to be underground. A really good actor too, but I probably started filming 5 minutes into it, not realizing it was this whole big spiel.
You get to pick a crystal?
Yep. You pick your crystal. That's what lights up the color.
That's right.
It's super cool. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's expensive, but if you have a kid that's like really into it, like it's just, it was so cool for him.
I didn't realize you had to do that stuff ahead of time. And when we were
Yep.
there, it was surprisingly busy. So like we couldn't do that side of it. So we ended up just going into like waiting in line and then being able to get inside the building where you can buy them, where they have like all the artifacts. I wish I had actually did the droid because I thought the droid would have been cool to build from what I saw.
So the droid was like 120, but it was 200 with like the backpack and everything that goes with it.
Yep.
So there's a backpack, like you can take the styrofoam out. So you take styrofoam out that's in it and just have it as a regular backpack, but the droid fits in perfect. I don't know how you're going to carry the thing around if you don't have a backpack.
Oh no, absolutely. It looks cool.
Yeah. So the
How
droid
big is the droid?
She got the BB model, so it's maybe a foot tall. The R2 and the R2 model and the what's the one with the HasLab right now? Chopper model. They're a little bit taller, but they're remote control. So like you go and you build it. There's not too much to building that, but you pick whichever one you want to do. You pick a sound chip, which tells you like you can have an R2 just plain R2D2 if you want to build R2D2, but you can pick like it's supposed to be like a sassy one, a Sith one, a Jedi one. It's really cool. And then like you walk over and they do it. Now the guy that was helping my daughter's 14, so she can tell. Like this guy, you can tell he was not happy to be there. He did not want to do it at all.
Really?
But the BB model is like really cool because It's all remote control, so it rolls. So the mechanism's inside the ball, and it rolls, but the magnet is so strong that that piece stays on until you hit a wall, and then it like kind of flies off. But those were the two big things that they wanted. So
That's cool.
my son wanted to go there for the first for our first day.
Yeah.
So I was
Did you
like,
guys-
all right, let's go and do it.
Did you guys go into? Did you do the Star Wars ride that they have there, where you get to go into the building and stuff?
Star Tours, or we did
It's,
Star Tours. We didn't do the other one.
no, there's like two of them. There's one that where like, I'll look it up real quick.
There's the new one.
Galactic Tours, I think, whatever it is. I think it's
Yeah,
the
we
name.
There's
didn't
the
do that.
rise of the rise of the Resistance. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Oh man, that is so cool. Like
Now
they have so many like stormtroopers, like, and you look in and you walk around, and it's such a cool interactive thing. It's like walking on like the stage of the like Star Wars world. That was a cool
wow.
one.
That is awesome.
It's been. I mean, so we did we got in because we drove straight through,
Oh man.
which is rough from Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
How many
I
hours
crashed.
drive?
I
18,
crashed
20?
in the car a couple times.
While you were driving?
No, not while I was driving.
Oh dear. Oh, good.
I know my limitations driving. But I didn't really plan it out all that well at the time because we left about a little after 6. So
At night?
in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Because I planned on crashing earlier and I was doing good, and you get out, you walk around. So when we got in, we couldn't be into the timeshare till 4:00.
Okay.
So we got in and we hit Target to pick up a few things we needed. Found Beastman
Pick up a few things
for
you
under
needed.
$10. What? Oh, well,
Excellent.
listen. I told my kids, I said, it doesn't matter where we're on vacation or not. Toy section is where you go first, and then we figure out everything else we need. So I found Beastman for under $10. So pick that up.
Let's just ask
Priorities.
my wife. Do you need me to pick up anything? You need me to go stop and get something?
But then we went to Disney Springs.
Oh,
Because
that's
we had
nice,
all this
yeah.
time. So we go to Disney Springs. I had pants on. I had my jeans on. It's like
Oh,
100
man.
degrees. Doesn't bother me. The heat doesn't bother me at all. So we're walking around, and the trip already started off kind of rough because they came in from up north with their mom.
Okay.
She came in while I was at work, picked up her dog, which is a little Shih Tzu, my old dog. And then I came in, got everything, packed up my dog, took my dog over there. We get everything because she had everything packed. We throw it in there, and we're driving back to my house, stop at Little Caesars. We live 3 miles away. She calls me up in tears. My dog fucking attacked the other dog.
Oh no.
She goes, and my ex has had 4 back surgeries, so she's not the strongest person. She's like,
Right.
I picked him up, Roman, and he was still holding Sheldon.
Okay.
And I have no idea
Yeah.
why. Like, I think he just got all out of sorts and everything because. So now I swung back. It looks like his collar really protected his neck because she said it's all
good.
frayed and everything. So Roman is now at my house, and she's going over there in the morning, taking care of him, going home. Then she comes back later on, watches some stuff on Netflix, spends like an hour or 2 with him.
Yep.
I'm just like, thank you. Like, thank
Yeah.
God he didn't do it while I was watching the dog and I was at work or something,
Yeah.
So that's how the vacation started before we even left. We drive to Disney Springs. Did you go to Disney Springs, Travis?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we spent quite a bit of time there actually.
Yeah, well, so we had never been to Disney Springs, which is nice and it's nice and free.
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
a few
shopping.
good places to eat. It's just
it's outdoor short shopping mall. But you know what? You can get all the Disney stuff if you want, right?
Yep.
So we're walking around and checking out a few things, and my leg had started getting numb while driving, not really thinking about it. I'm driving,
Mm-hmm.
It's about 2:00. I pull on my pant leg, and my ankle is swollen up like this,
Oh,
just all out the sock. And I had no. I'm kind of freaking out because I don't have health issues. So I'm like, shit, dude. Like, all right, let's it doesn't hurting, but it was like you could feel the swelling. But but since I didn't have shorts on, and we hadn't changed yet because we hadn't been able to get a timeshare, I had no reason to pull my leg up, pull my pant up and look at it, right? So luckily we got in here and, the swelling went down. So it's good now, but.
That's good.
That's
you
just too
had a
much
bit of a
ass
rest
time
there
and all
from
that.
driving.
How far
Yeah.
how far off property are you?
So Disney is 2 miles away.
Okay, cool.
Are you in an
Big
Airbnb?
drive.
Universal, I think, is 6 or 8 miles. So
Yeah.
we're their timeshare is right. We're right
That's
on
nice.
Disney.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice. Yeah, when we
Yeah,
went, we stayed at the Contemporary, which I guess there was a major accident there like yesterday or the day before.
really,
Yeah, I guess somebody fell off the
Yeah.
balcony or something.
Jeez.
ouch.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Travis, where are you staying at for PowerCon?
PowerCon. Let me look at my information. I'm like half a mile away from the venue. Take a look here.
But it's been an interesting vacation so far.
That's cool though, man. Dude, I was just saying, dude. I've seen you posting your pictures and stuff. And
My son's like, we're sitting. I'm like, we're waiting to do the lightsaber, build the lightsaber because you got to wait outside. So I start pulling out the figures and shit. And he's like,
Dad,
I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, dude, you're waiting to build a $250 lightsaber. Not one of your shit. All right.
right? Yeah,
Valid.
Dude, I've seen those pictures, man, and all I can think is like when I was just telling these guys when we did the trip last year, we were gone for like 15 days, but we had breaks in between, so we had days where we weren't at the park just so we could take it easy and stuff, and take advantage of the resort and such. And then when we did it, I was like, this is the only time we're ever going to do this. We're not doing it again. And like, I'll do it when my kids have kids. So when I have grandkids, I'll pay to take the whole family down. And then we went down and I was fine with that probably until about a month or two ago. And I'm like, I kind of want to go back. And then I've been seeing you post these pictures and I'm like, I think I'm going again next year because we had such a good time.
It was for us. So we were supposed to go the first time before my son was born.
Okay.
To take my ex's daughter that I raised,
Yep.
Because she was like 9. And my ex had already had, I think, 2 back surgeries at that time, and she got pregnant.
Okay.
And she's like, I can't go. She's like, I cannot drive that far. She's like, I just can't handle it being pregnant and everything. So we waited like 2 years, so the magic would still be there for for my daughter.
Yeah.
But Andrew was like 1.5. But it really wasn't for him, so he doesn't remember any of that. But my dad and stepmom come down here like once a year. They just have a timeshare. They don't always go to Disney, but the timeshare is in the same spot. So then we went again a couple years, 2 or 3 years later. My daughter doesn't remember that. Well, she was a baby then. My son still didn't remember that. And then we came back almost 8 years ago. And then we were supposed to come back before COVID, and then COVID, fucked everything up.
We were supposed to go for that. We were actually supposed to go. My daughter, she was an all-star cheerleader, so she did like all those elite competition. They got a bid to in like January of 2020. They got a bid to go to the the all-star stuff there at Disney, and they would have been at the ESPN venue they had down there.
Yeah,
and they were supposed to do the competition there, and then. We were actually going to go that year because she went in 2019, but we didn't, we weren't able to budget in such short notice for the whole family of 5. So they went, my wife and my daughter, and then we were going to go in 2020, but because of COVID, it shut everything down. So obviously we ended up going last year instead, but we went when my oldest son was sick because he had leukemia when he was younger. So we had a Make-A-Wish we did when he was younger. When he was like 6 years old. So my daughter was only like, maybe he was like 5 or so, but 5, 6 years old. But my daughter was only, 18 months or so. So
speaking of Make-A-Wish, you're a huge wrestling fan.
Yes,
Do you go on the WWE site very often?
I don't go often, but I try to sometimes.
If you go on the WWE site right now, Natalia has a Make-A-Wish. It's my cousin's kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool that they're doing something. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, getting on the Make-A-Wish is not a good thing.
No, I don't
no,
mean
no,
that,
no.
right? But the fact that they have the opportunity to to do something nice for them, that's awesome.
Okay. Ed, the hips are a pain in the butt. They do not hold the weight of this boy.
You got to bring
He's
him
too
up
beefy.
higher, so I bring yourself up to the center.
What's his
His
foot?
hips
What's his
do
foot
not
look
hold
like?
him very well.
His hips don't hold him very well.
They
Well,
are.
Oh my God, those are loose.
Oh, he's all loosey goosey there.
Okay, right now.
Wow.
What's his feet look like?
You might need to do a super glue trick.
His
tomorrow.
feet
I'm not gonna have
are
a shirt off.
that.
Okay. I think they would
So
fit in
he's
the
got
backward
some
slide.
heft at the upper body with all four arms on. It's definitely those hips are not gonna
Love you.
The
last.
same issues I have in the varg wings there. If you have them spread out sideways, they tend to droop down onto the old ground there unless you
Yeah,
hold
and
them up
they're-
on the back.
They're just a ball joint, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just the ball joint, but it's
Yeah.
just the way that they have it and how much pressure and stress they have on it is not. You know, it's not handling it very well. I'll tell you that.
Throw some masking tape on the ball and pop it back on.
Yeah, I'll
Give it a
probably
little
have to do
friction.
something.
So Lawrence, did you tour the old outer rim there and see the Millennium Falcon and what have you?
Yeah, we checked out the Falcon. The AT-AT's still cooler because you walk underneath it.
I didn't know they had that one there. Oh.
The Falcon is awesome. It's so big. I mean, but we didn't go through it. We didn't go in it. I don't. Can you go in it?
I think maybe you can. I'm not sure.
Part of
I
it, I think.
I don't
Okay, yeah,
Maybe
think
just,
so.
maybe just the cockpit, maybe.
Yeah, we didn't go in that. Like, we took pictures outside. It was actually pretty dead there for what
That's
for what
impressive.
Disney
That's
normally
because
is.
nobody goes to Florida in July, Lawrence.
So
I know
that's
why
part
I
of
wanted.
it.
But I guess also
Kids
there
get a
was some
double hot
wine
there on the
tasting.
maybe.
Some wine tasting at like Epcot. Epcot's doing, I guess, something. I don't care. I'm like the picture on in front of the M&Ms. The sweat was literally just beating off my head as I'm trying to get these
Yeah,
figures. And
I was wondering about that back sweat photo. I was like, really, Lawrence?
So okay,
TMI. Just letting you know, TMI.
You're running a bit of a temperature there, sir.
so the reason. So what happened was that was while we were waiting to go into the to build a lightsaber, but it was because I had the backpack on is why the shoulders were wet. So when
I
I took
thought
the
that was
backpack
actually
off-
like a sweat stain of Mickey Mouse. If you look at it, it looks like
no,
Mickey
well,
Mouse.
my kids go, oh my God, you have Mickey Mouse on your back. I was like,
Yeah.
what? And they're like, oh my God, your sweat looks like Mickey. I'm like, take a picture. And then I look at it, I'm like, holy shit, it looks like Mickey Mouse.
I thought you actually bought like a shirt that was designed that way. Really, I did.
No, man. Like, nope, no. Like, but it was only because I had the backpack on. That's why it was so high up like that and looked like the ears. But like,
Lawrence
Like,
is
all
gonna
right,
be
I got it
starting the
posted.
OnlyFans in a
Put on one
couple
of
weeks.
those,
Back sweat with Mickey Mouse.
swimsuits on there, sir. Able to sweat
You
up
sh-
there.
You know, Lawrence is the old guy carrying the backpack while his two teenagers walk around with nothing but their phones in their hand.
well, no, my son brought his, and then my daughter ended up having to walk around that droid.
Oh,
Which those actually ended up being heavier than what I was carrying around.
Oh man.
The
We ended up-
lightsaber's heavy. The hilt of that lightsaber is like super heavy.
well, it's
We
all
ended
real
up having
metal,
our-
right? It's made out of real
Yeah.
metal. Yeah.
And they
We
give
ended
you
up
a
having our
nice sheet
chef.
to go into it, so it's all protected. They also offer, I think, to ship it back to your house, which probably costs an arm and a leg.
It wasn't.
Probably-
It was surprisingly not bad, but we had 3 lightsabers. We had the big long Loki staff, and there was a few other things. So we just did it all because trying to carry that stuff all around, and we flew in. So
Oh,
since we flew in, trying to get that home would have cost me more to put it on the plane.
Yeah, I think I'll say this. What I think is really disappointing for me is I'm going into we went into the Marvel Marvel store at Disney
Springs.
Springs.
Yep.
Then we go into the Star Wars store. I know all the toys now because I'm so fucking entrenched in this fucking community. I know all the toys already. So like, there's no like nothing
There's
like
no
stands
excitement.
out that I'm like, oh my god, I need that. I've already looked at it and been like, this sucks. I mean, there's some cool stuff
Too
that
many
you don't.
spoilers in this community is what Lawrence is saying.
Well, for the most part, like, I mean, you go in there and it's like, yeah, you can only get these at the Disney shop or
There's some things that are only there that you can only get there because I think my son got what was it? He bought one of the Black Series and I think it came with like Darth Vader and maybe Obi-Wan. There was like a special set that they only sold there, I think.
Yep. That's the Ralph McQuarrie 2-pack.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
They did that with Indiana Jones stuff too, didn't they? Where they had special figures you could only get at Disney.
What is funny is that guess what Black Series figure they do have on the pegs?
Lando?
Yep.
Yes. They had Lando there a year ago, man.
In multiple stores.
And then they keep releasing Landos, and poor Lando, he's like the loneliest man ever.
They still have the Skiff Guard Lando and General Lando.
That's one of my favorite
Walmart.
figures.
He's been there for like 3 years.
You know what's funny about that is last year. So for the last if you watch Toy Anxiety, they do the Jeffries, where they do like figure of the year and everything.
Who does that?
Toy Anxiety.
Toy Anxiety.
That looks nice.
I like his
Whiplash.
Yeah.
Is that a giant sucker he has?
Huh?
I think it's supposed to be a torch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it it's cotton candy.
No, it's a torch, Lawrence.
What's that cotton candy?
It's translucent. I could probably take that torch part. I think you can take it off. I bet if you got a wireless LED, you could probably put it in there and it'd light that up pretty well.
Bit of an effect piece there.
Yeah.
No, so in Toy Anxiety this year, when they did Peg Warmer of the Year, and they're like, okay, this is gonna be a shock to a lot of people that there is no Lando in the category. And that's because it's been over a year since the last Lando had come out, and he's still sitting on pegs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Skiff Guard Lando was one of my favorite figures growing up. I still think he looks super cool.
I like Skiff Guard Lando when I was a kid too.
Yeah, I just can't get myself to buy it. I just can't, like.
Oh, you know what I got the other day, guys? There was a clearance at Target. I did pick up. It was a Marvel Legends. I'm trying to think of what the action figure was. What was it? It was the White Witch there.
Great story. Guess what I got?
White Queen.
But I don't know what it is.
This guy right here, he comes on and said, "Oh, I didn't get nothing new." Now he's already opened one box. Now he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, I got something else too."
No, my son got it. Okay, so it's from the X-Men set from the Chode or whatever his name is.
White Queen.
Emma Frost. There we go.
Yes, it's the White Queen, Emma Frost.
There was 2 of them on clearance for like $12.50. So I snagged them both. I brought them home. My son grabbed one of them, rips it open. There's literally the bottom legs to freaking some McFarlane figure of some sort in the box.
You're big on the repack of it by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I didn't even open the second box, and I brought them both back to Target, and I was like, I'm not even opening the second one because this is what happened when my son opened the first one. And they were like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no, like that's literally what my son opened it to. And they were like, are you sure? And I'm like, I'm not fighting you over $12. They luckily returned it.
And that's why they're going back to windowed packaging, because of that right there.
I won't buy again.
The fact that their sales are down because all those people that were buying one to open and one to keep in a box, they're not buying 2 now.
Yeah.
I saw a fellow there. He was unboxing his G.I. Joe haul there from Amazon, I think it was. and I'm not sure if it was the same figure or not, but he'd open up the box there, and someone had put a crunched up water bottle in there.
Oh
It
my
was from
god.
Yeah.
anyone.
Mm-mm.
So even
again,
the online stores, you're not safe from it.
I
I'll
couldn't
say
Stick
believe
with
again.
places that don't take returns.
Yeah, I'll say it again. Any of you fucking toy swappers out there, you guys are assholes.
Yeah,
They
but you know
are.
what? Toy swapping was going on even with bubbles. When
Yes.
I worked
Oh,
at
I know.
Walmart.
But at
but
least
at least-
then you could see
At
it.
least then you
Yeah.
can see it for sure. But
And you know the thing that sucked about that though, like you saw it all the time. I would actually take it up to the front desk and try to show it to someone and be like, "Hey, I just found this. This isn't the right one." I'd come back a week later. They went and put it right back on the
Oh,
shelf.
yeah,
And
for
like
sure.
Yeah,
for
they don't
you,
care.
for the five guys on this and most of the people in this chat, they're not going to pick that up and buy it.
No.
What sucks is when grandma or mom or dad
Yeah.
walks in and doesn't know anything
Yeah.
and they
Yep.
buy it
Well,
and they
and
bring it home to the kid.
Here's the other thing is that if that is not sold, it shows that that SKU isn't moving. If that SKU is not moving, they're not going to order more.
Right.
Yeah.
So
when I was a
it's
manager at
gonna
Walmart,
sit.
I'd see stuff like that. I'd take it right back. Tell our
Throw it in the Devo and be done with it.
yeah. I tell our lady to scrap that inventory out and just trash it.
Yeah, I hated that, man. Like that just drove me nuts. And I mean, I honestly hadn't experienced it with the box stuff so far, but I didn't buy much of the box stuff. And what I've been waiting on is the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff to go on clearance because I wanted to snag the one from Guardians 3. But now I'm like, and now I've seen it on clearance a couple spots, but I haven't found the figures that I want from it, and as a result, I haven't gotten it. But I'm like, damn, it like sucks because I don't want to risk buying one and having it be a broken. I told my wife, I said, if I buy these again, I'm just gonna open it at the register. Like,
Yeah.
is
You
it?
know what?
That's what a lot of
You
people
know,
are
if
doing.
you try to
is
take
opening
these
it at the
things back,
register.
they think you're the repacker there. So
Well, that's the
it
part
makes it
that
more
bothers
hard.
me.
You know what? I
Luckily-
said this.
When I was a manager at Walmart, I was there in 2005, and I got called up to the customer service desk, right? And she's like, "This guy's trying to return these figures he said he bought last week, and they won't come up in the system." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "What has he got?" He had starting lineups that were like hadn't been in stores for like 10 years.
Nice.
He's like, "Yeah, I bought these last week." I'm like, "No, you didn't." He's like, "Yes, I did." I'm like, "Listen, I collect action figures as a hobby, and I can tell you the last time starting lineups were in stores, and it was not last week." And he's like,
So,
"Oh,
where's
you're
your
right."
receipt? There, sir? Where's your receipt? There?
Yeah, he's like, "You're right." He took him, did the walk of shame out, trying to pull a fast.
Serves him.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah, people are scandalous. What can I say?
No, I said this before. Like, if you're gonna buy the figure, open it up right there.
Yeah.
Because
That's
what are
what
they
I'm
gonna
doing.
say? Hey, if you open up, you gotta buy it. Hey, listen, I'm open up to make sure that this is the right thing. If it's not, I'm gonna take it up there and tell you guys, hey, someone swap this because I want to buy this figure that's in here. You know, it's such bullshit. I mean,
Well, there is a lot of retailers complaining about hazardous non-package or non-plastic packaging because they had to put extra stickers on there to make sure the boxes are secure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and they're also eating it on the other end of the spectrum because waste and theft, all that stuff goes back to them, not to Hasbro.
Yep.
Because
This
yeah,
one has
Hasbro
been
gets
the
their money out of the
my
gate.
eggs there at the supermarket. I pick the eggs up and have we quick look through, see if there's no cracks or no missing eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
I mean,
again, like if you can't afford a $25 figure, there's no shame in it. Okay,
no,
there's no shame in it because you're not buying a $25 figure. You're buying 10 fucking $25 figures a month. There's no shame if you can't afford it, but to fucking buy something that's going to be on clearance for $12 later on to return it with someone else's fucking legs.
People
You're
that
a
do
piece
that
of-
though, they do it even if it was a $5 figure. It wouldn't
Yeah,
matter.
they don't
They're
care.
gonna
I'm
do
just
it.
like you're a piece of shit.
Yep.
I mean,
Exactly.
I don't care what you say. You're a piece of shit. I'll tell you that to your
100%.
face. You know,
100%.
and the thing is, all those people that figure swap, no one will ever admit it. It's like all the people that hoarded the toilet paper in the pandemic. No one will ever admit it.
Oh,
But there
yeah,
was no
right.
fucking toilet paper, right?
Right.
yeah,
Someone was doing it, but no one will ever admit to it.
Yeah.
Right.
When I
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
1/6 scale GI Joes, they had a lot of guys that would buy those Soldiers of the World, which were like $7 figures. Buy a bunch of the Joes, swap the uniforms off, and then put the other figure in there and just keep the same thing.
yeah.
And there's people working at the stores, they don't know. They're
No,
Yeah,
they
okay.
don't. Most of them.
I really don't blame. I really don't blame the employees. I mean, other than like, yeah, you know, like you see a Spider-Man come back and you clearly can look at it and be like, that's not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like you can
Right.
see you can see in the window.
The lady
What?
that works my customer service desk at the Walmart in our town, she's been working the service desk for about 25 years now. And she was old when I worked there 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's how it is in most of the stores, right? You got kids that are too busy chatting it up, or old people that don't know.
Yep.
But I mean, again, again, for me personally, the windowless packaging doesn't bother me, other than the fact that people are getting fucked.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna miss the little artwork on the inside of the Joe inserts when they go, if they don't.
Yeah, I do like that. Hopefully that stays.
I
Because
hope
maybe
so,
we'll
too.
just get a small window and we'll get that nice, beautiful artwork
I
of
think we're
the.
definitely getting a small window. The artwork is so nice, and I mentioned in every review that I do, like the GI Joe brand does it. If this is how it has to be, they've done it the right way.
They made the good. I'm glad they made the change.
Yes.
And that this last wave, those boxes. I mean, if that was how we had to go from here on out, I would have been okay with it because they look great.
Yeah.
All they need to do is put a small window in there so you can see the figure's face and a little bit of its torso, you know.
I think that's exactly what they're going to do. It's going to be a small window so you can see the figure.
Well, I mean, you see that, Mattel is switching it up on Masterverse. They're doing that small window.
Yep.
So
and that was the first thing that I thought of. Like, that is exactly what Hasbro's going to do.
Yeah.
But GI Joe does it right. Like, just like
the old Masterverse box there, and now it's a little bit smaller.
Yeah, the old ones are there now. They're little bitty, tiny ones, and I'm just I understand why they're doing it. It's a cost saving measure for them at the end of the day. Because I'm sure that pet is probably not cheap anymore.
But yes, a few of my projects I found, I just pushed the plastic out there, and I've been able to use it in some cosplay pieces or props.
Cosplay pieces, you can use it for windows, for diorama windows. You can use it for. I use it for a palette occasionally.
Well, if you collect it all up there, you can take it down to maybe a high school that has a graphics class there.
Yeah.
I know the graphics class, they had the students building buildings and what have you. You can use the plastic in the windows and so forth.
So Lawrence, I do have a place that's in Taiwan that ships out to the U.S. for Joe's. I will hit you up with the guy's info.
What?
He knows all the backdoor connections.
Isn't that much more though?
Well, it's $27.99 for the figs, and then it was like $18 shipping.
What are they like? Retro?
Huh?
They like each figure?
No. I got 2 figures shipped for $74.
I can't do that.
It's like you're paying CMD the same damn price.
Where is it?
Yeah.
There's a guy in Taiwan that has a store that ships Joe and Black Series.
Oh, is it cheaper than retail or something? Or
no, it's faster because he's got Snow Job right now. I'm getting Range Vipers.
Gotcha.
He gets the Cobra Eels this week.
Get your hands on the product sooner. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
To take PayPal?
Yep, that's all he does.
God damn it. Hate you.
No, I'm sure he takes something else. You'd have to ask him.
No. I use PayPal. That's what I'm saying. Like, PayPal is what I have. That's what I use.
Or it's like, well, that makes it too damn easy.
Yeah, I know. That's like.
But wait till I get my first shipment, and we'll see how the boxes hold up.
So here's what's funny about the Range Vipers is they got zeroed out, right? Everyone got their zeroed out from Walmart. I got my money back. Then they got canceled, and guess what? They credited me again.
Ooh, well, hey, you know what?
So
wait.
I guess.
So you won?
Yeah. So not only did I come ahead there, remember they also sent me a free Lady J because they're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I got 2 Lady J's during that section.
I don't
You would think
my
their
guys-
logistics would be better considering they're one of the largest,
Yeah, they're not going to miss the
corporations.
$50.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Yes,
But
my
no,
lady, my lady
he's
Jane there,
got-
she was peg warming for quite a while in the stores there, and every time I go and I'd see her there, but she'll be on a different shelf each time. Sometimes she'll be with the Batman fellows, and one time she'll be with the Star Wars and whatchamacallits, and so I thought, oh, one other time I went in there, I might as well pick you up. You look all lonely there, so she went on the old lay-by there with Boba Fett and the Black
Yeah.
Series there, and
But I'll let you. I'll send you that information, Lawrence, if you want to use him. I know that Shark Eyes has used him, so
Oh, that's where he's getting them from. Okay.
yeah.
We still have
Okay.
probably 10 of those Lady J's on pegs at my Walmart.
Oh, there's
shit.
the Walmart at my place. That's all Lady J. I think there's one Destro and then Lady J. I did finally see a nice minty gung ho, but I already have one, so it was kind of
Really?
like, eh.
Oh, I got a
8 months later.
shitload. I got a shitload of gung hos and Lady J's.
We got Lady J, Baroness, and Gung Ho at my store.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long time till I see that Snake Eyes and
I know, me too.
Crimson
I
Guard.
did see this. I saw Snake Eyes on one. I saw Snake Eyes on a peg at one Walmart, but the card was so fucked up that it's
Yeah.
pretty clear that someone just returned it because they wanted a mint one.
Yeah.
They weren't street dated until what? This month, right? August?
No, they were supposed to be
Bigger
out
walls,
like April.
Oh, were they really?
Hey,
Yeah, no.
But
I'm
yes,
still waiting on
over
my
here.
pulse
We had
sheet.
the Cobra Commander and the old Goldface Destro. They've been store warming for quite a while now.
Well, I ordered some auto film to put over the Cobra Commander head to make it mirror, like Tony did.
Oh, nice.
I was like, might as well do it. I mean, I know how. Like, I'll figure it. It's not that hard. It should be shrink wrap fine. So
So what got
Basically.
canceled
Yes,
from
we-
Walmart?
we- we-
Lawrence?
range
Viper.
vipers.
So
Everybody's
Walmart
range vipers, duplicos, Mossmans are getting it now, zeroing out. Black
So I got
Series
the-
stuff was zeroing
Yeah,
out.
So this was a couple weeks ago. Was it a couple weeks ago? Like everything got
It was about a
They
week
got-
ago.
they got price checked to zero.
Yep.
But they didn't get canceled. So everything just sat there at zero. Now they can't just go and recharge your card.
Nope.
And you know Walmart's just not going to give everything away.
Yeah.
So it took a week or so, and then boom, I get a cancellation, and then I'm getting refunded. They had already refunded me my money,
Okay.
Yeah.
so
So I
I'm
was
not
just
going to
looking.
complain.
It's
I was
just
I
just
weird.
still
looking.
have it
I've got-
on Pulse.
I canceled those and I got them from Pulse. So I canceled them directly through there and went with Pulse for some reason.
Should have kept them because you would have come out on top.
Yeah.
Their
I mean,
online
I
store is probably going through their set too for the new.
Yeah, I
for the
had 3
updates.
on order from Walmart, but I canceled them, and then but I canceled them about a month ago because I still had 2 coming in from Pulse. But I went ahead and ordered 2 with this guy because
Hey, have you already gotten something from them?
no. But Shark Eyes has gotten several things from him, and
I'm
he's
just
in
wondering how long
Australia.
it takes to get it over here.
We'll find out. That's
Yeah.
the trick. But I'll probably order the eels anyway because they're going to be harder to find than the
Are you
range
getting
viper.
Snow Job,
Apparently.
Aaron, from Pulse?
Do what?
Are you getting Snow Job from Pulse?
Yeah. Well, you have to.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
I
I'm
miss
going to
Pulse.
roll out.
All right,
gotta-
Travis.
All right,
Do
Mr.
some work.
Wonderful.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Get
It
some
was
sleep.
good
Yeah,
to have
talk
you
to
guys.
me.
Take it easy. Hey, enjoy the rest of that and hit the Guardians ride, man. It's the best ride in the parks. It's not a
He
roller
doesn't
coaster.
do-
It's just a roller coaster. Take it easy, guys.
All right.
Hey, Travis.
Good journey. Yes. And then the 4.
Smart ass.
Well,
Yeah,
almost on that,
I-
I think I'm pretty much done for the night. I mean, I only have a couple things left to
Yeah,
open, but I
yes.
really don't want to mess with them right now because I don't have room on my desk. I'm out of room on my desk.
Yeah, I gotta go. We're going to Universal tomorrow, and
Oh,
this
indeed.
is because my dad and wife and my stepsister are flying out on Wednesday. So my stepsister rides all the rides, and my daughter now, she just went to Cedar Point, but she didn't get to ride all the rides. So now she's fearless. She just wants to do everything. So those two are going to get like fast passes and hit everything while we just do, whatever else. But yeah, so they're all, as long as it doesn't rain. It's been pouring. So it pours. We missed everything so far. Like we went to the beach today. And on the way back, it just started pouring. Like
it's Florida, right? So it rains half an hour, then an hour later, you can't tell that it rained. So
yeah,
like
it's not even rain. I mean,
1 day by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I mean it's poured every day, but like just for like you said, an hour. So, but again, it doesn't bother me if it doesn't affect anything. Then I don't, I don't even care. If it doesn't, if it doesn't affect what we're doing, I'm good. I mean, I just know that when we were here last time, 7 years ago, we had bought ponchos because it rained. Where we made the mistake was it was early on in the day. We didn't take our shoes or socks off. So my son who was 7 at the time, no 10, his feet were 9 or 10. Like his feet were just beat throughout the whole day. So I'm like, taking the flip flops or slides or whatever you want to call them. If it starts pouring, put the ponchos on, take the shoes and the socks off, throw them in the bag, walk around like this until it stops. And then once everything dries, then put our shoes back on. That way you don't have to worry about that.
That's right.
Because there's nothing worse than a wet sock.
That's how you get the trench foot and the swamp ass.
Yeah. That's just not fun.
But yeah, I actually I was starting to crash when I saw everyone was trying to take my time slot.
It's a temporary thing. We had to fill the void some way.
I don't care. I'm not.
Lawrence is like, next Monday I'm going to put on one hell of a show.
There we go. We'll just all team up together. That'll be the Wonder Twins activated.
Next Monday we'll be talking about me and my vacation. So it'll be like anything else, just talking about me.
Lawrence is going to have a whole slideshow of nothing but his Joes on the beach, his Joes at Disney, his Joes at Universal.
I'll talk about stuff that Valiverse put out, last week. Have you guys seen the truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I don't like the Coyote tan. I never have, but man, it looks a lot better with the big missile launcher on the top of it.
The blast effects.
What's that? It's on.
I think I might have seen it actually.
Yeah, it's on Instagram. He
put
posted it and
on
it was shared all over the place. I'd rather see it black or an OD green, but that's just me.
Just give it a camo; it'll be fine.
Well. Like when we were talking about it, I was on something and we were talking about it, and we're like, yeah, it's going to be a beige one, and it's going to have a beige trooper with a beard, and his name will be like Butch, and then the green one will have a green trooper with a beard, and his name will be Butch too.
Yeah.
And some people got it, and other people, we're like laughing about it because it's like, someone copied off someone.
I'm sorry, it's too SUV. I can walk out and drive one that looks like it, so it doesn't do much for me.
It definitely has the grocery getter look to it, but that missile launcher on the top with those blast effects, man, that looked good.
Yeah, the blast effects, but that'll be separate. Something you can get separate anyway.
If you did it in camo or something like that, I bet you could make it look a lot less like an SUV than it does.
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is that all of those blast effects, they're separate, so you can probably get the blast effects in that missile launcher separate, and you could retrofit it onto something else if you want.
Oh yeah, tow behind that vamp.
Yeah. So the vamp will have its own tow behind before too long. I promise you that.
Well, they already made the Cobra one, right? So
the
vamp one's easy, right? Just a repaint.
Yep.
Yeah, we already know what's coming with it. I mean, we already know what's coming, which means Colonel Hawk is coming.
What do you guys think the price range on that vamp's going to be?
I think it's going to be right at about 100, because if you think about the Fortnite boat, it's about the same size.
That was what, 85, right? Originally?
And it was 76 originally.
76, yeah.
So you had a $24 figure, You're right at about $100.
So Hasbro, since they know everybody's going to want it, will be at about 135.
I don't think so. I don't think they'll go over 100.
No, I really do think. I mean, I know people don't like hearing this, but look at their price range, and they are keeping stuff down.
For G.I. Joe, they definitely are, for sure.
Yes, for G.I. Joe, they are. Like, whatever, I know everyone hates her, but whatever Emily is doing, she's in marketing, like, they're keeping those prices down below Marvel Legends and Star Wars.
Yeah. I was shocked as shit when I got Rock and Roll and Shipwreck for $21.88 or whatever it is still. I was like, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Old Torpedo there fired out about $70-something New Zealand there, but he was sold via a home run collectible, so he has to make his markups there, I suppose.
So it's nice.
I had him on Afterpay, so
the value proposition for Joe is a lot better because they're not paying licensing. They're not doing any of that extra. There's not that middleman for that property, so they can put that into the actual stuff. So you'll get more for the buck.
Trouble Bubble is coming with a figure, right?
You might say.
Yes, and it's 55.
And
55.
Three heads. The bomb.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, probably close to 100, right around 99. They'll probably bring it out at like 99, 99, of course.
Yeah.
They're going to do something to make it stand out because they know it's going to sell. But do you want it to sell one to a customer, or do you want it to sell 5?
Yeah. If they keep it under 100 or right at 100, they will sell. I mean, it'll be like the McFarlane theory, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather sell a lot of it and make my money as opposed to sell one and make a lot of money off of one.
But you also got to look at it. I mean, looking at it logically, Hasbro needs to look at it as, well, if we're going to bring this out at 100, we're also going to bring out the Vamp 2 at 100. We're going to bring the Stinger out at 100. You can't, if you overprice it, people can't buy them all.
Yeah. Well, and then if they do that though, they'll spread them out. But we're going to get a lot more vehicles
because the missile launcher for Cobra is probably going to be what, 40? You think 45?
The
go behind for the hiss.
I think you'll probably be at 49, probably the same.
49?
45 to 49.
55.
And it could be 55.
Yeah,
it's pretty big, isn't it? I mean, decent
size.
It's good size.
It's same as the Trouble Bubble.
Yeah.
So
and then we'll have Mutt and Junkyard at 45.
Oh man, I'm so excited for Mutt and Junkyard. They were my favorite when I was a kid.
Did you see a Toy Kind of Moods video when
he snuck
it out?
What?
When he
was
did a
putting
sneak
it out,
peek of it?
Yes, when he was behind it, and he was saying that all the different hands are different signs to the dog.
Yeah. You had that on your show last week.
Yeah.
Look at that dirt ball that came in. Jeremy J. sneaking.
No, that's the stuff. I mean, they're thinking outside the box a little bit. I mean, that's
it's perfect, right? Because they got that missile they can tow behind the hiss.
Yeah.
And then you just repaint it and you can tow it behind the Vamp. Then you just repaint the Vamp and you got the Cobra with the tow behind the missile. They could sell a bunch of the missiles because hardly anybody just bought one hit. You guys all had to buy 2.
You can do the Pulse exclusive, Sears exclusive.
Yeah.
Or the Dreadnought exclusive, do Pulse or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really want that, but I mean, there's so many different things.
Well, now that if they get this car started, they could actually come out with the Thunder Machine easily enough too. Extend the chassis a little bit.
I still think Thunder Machine. I know Lenny said it doesn't have to be a HasLab. I think that's a perfect HasLab.
I thought it was going to be the Dragonfly before they figured out it was a Dragonfly. So
yeah.
Well, I mean for the next HasLab.
Yeah.
I think the Thunder Machine is perfect because the one thing when you give the base Thunder Machine, but the Thunder Machine was always a hodgepodge of parts.
Yes.
So now you can just give it a different front end, yet you have the original front end.
Yeah.
You can have 50 cals instead of miniguns if you want to mix and match. And then you can do some of these offshoot dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a color changing Zorana and Xandar as.
But everybody wants Monkey Wrench, right? So they could do Monkey
I would
Wrench.
rather have Monkey Wrench and Thrasher.
Yeah. Well, I think you get Thrasher, obviously, but I don't think you want to put Monkey Wrench behind a paywall if you do that as a HasLab. But
Yeah.
maybe Zartan's daughter, Zanya. Like, she's not a huge popular figure.
Yeah. Well, that's what they'll do. I mean, they'll pick those figures that aren't going to be mainline releases, at least not initially anyway.
I hope so. Because, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Now, who's getting the hiss?
I didn't get this.
Are you opening Cobra Commander? I'm not either. I
Yeah.
already know we're getting.
I'm just collecting a few of the figures.
I have
myself.
a doll. I've been getting doll clamshells for my
Okay.
retro cards, and they, they're a little big because I mean they're designed for a lot bigger figure, but they that card stays flat. That's where Cobra Commander's going.
Yeah, I was gonna
Nothing-
open it, but now I'm just like, you know what? They're coming out with the retro one. I don't care about the Mickey Mouse. It may not have everything, the globe and everything, but we already
Yeah.
have a globe with the other Cobra Commander.
Yeah, and well, they're going to give us another one. They're going to give another one that's not Mickey Mouse. So why would I open up that?
But
That's what it's going to be. With
nothing
money.
a bit about
You know,
cardboard and,
Mezco's going to come out with a
cardboard
hooded Cobra
plastic.
Commander anyway, so you guys will all be going crazy for that one.
You know what? I don't think it's going to happen, but I did talk about that on the stream last week too. That I was like, if G.I. Joe will give them, if Hasbro will give them permission to do it, how awesome would a Mezco one be? Because guess what that hood would be?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking cloth.
Yeah.
Yep.
With that
It would
actual snake head underneath it, maybe? Or a little distorted face underneath it anyway?
He's not a real snake.
Not the
It's a
snake
super
head, but the
cartoon.
distorted one. The scarred head. What do you say? Got the firefly.
No,
and two trouble
yeah.
bubble.
Yeah, it would be cool to get the like the mustachioed Cobra Commander from the comics with the glasses. That would be awesome. With the fake face, that would be
I think
hilarious to have that underneath that
Mezco could
mask.
knock it out of the park if they allow them to do the hood. And that's
Yeah.
like if you don't want to do the hood, that's perfect. Let another company do the hood. They can be called the racists.
Yeah, but you know what? Even if they did it though, right? They could do a couple different actual plastic heads, and
Yep.
then they could just include the hood as a separate thing and don't even call it the hood, right? They could just include it so it's not even labeled as that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To get around that whole racist thing that everybody's,
You
screaming
could say
about.
that it's a cover to go over the earth that he
Right.
has on a pedestal
Yeah,
that just happens to fit a head peg perfectly.
right.
Has eye holes on it.
at that point, it's just easier to print one and paint it yourself. Just
Yeah,
It's just
but what I'm
water.
saying is Mezco would be a soft good.
oh yeah, it
It
would be
would-
soft
it
goods.
would
I
be
mean, but
so-
you could have somebody that would have the talent.
Yeah.
There are people out there that have the talent to sew that. They just
Listen,
would have to figure out how to do the embroidery for the.
in the
Cobra
70s
symbol.
and the 80s, we had the ability to build a man that could be the $6 million man and be bionic. We can build a hood for our little dolls.
We have the technology. We can build him.
Yes.
We do. Well, gentlemen, this has been great. I am done for the night. I can't open anymore. I gotta go find
I'm a bit
places to put
peckish
this
there.
stuff,
Yeah, myself.
and that's gonna take at least 20 or 30 minutes.
And remember, when you go on vacation, and this is all because of I watched Matthew do it. Like bring a figure. You gotta bring at least one figure. But I was like, all right, what figure should I bring? I'm like, I gotta bring Stalker. He's from Detroit. But I'm like, I'm going to the fucking beach, man. How can I not bring
The surfer, yeah.
rock and roll? Yeah. Because I would not
Bring
have
the
brought
surfer.
him. I will say this. It's like 100 degrees out, and then in the backpack, man, that machine gun's like
Oh, I have no doubt.
like, I'm constantly like bending it, like all the like everything.
Well, Aaron's gonna overnight ship you a couple of those cosmics he just opened up, so you can carry around the backpack, so you can move the joints. They're a little stiff.
Yeah, yeah, they're a little stiff. I'll just leave them outside. Set them on the in the box
Yes,
on the
some
outside of the
torpedoes.
house.
That gun here was all bent out of shape, so I had to.
Oh, that thing's awful. That thing is
Yeah,
awful.
it doesn't hold shape very well, even after
No,
you
I see
straighten
it's
it out.
drooping again at the end there. So
Yeah.
Is,
It
is
is
there
what it
any type of solution that you can take to dip something soft like in that would harden it?
You
Not
could dip
really.
it in a resin.
I mean, you
You could dip it in a resin. And you'd probably have to, sand it down a little bit, but it would hold the shape better.
Yeah. But then
The only other idea would be to sort of whittle down that little top ledge there. Maybe have a bit of harder plastic, maybe. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you coated just the top part though, like the barrel, the longer part in resin, you could leave the handle so you don't have to wreck the fit in the hand and everything.
Yeah.
I should try it. I'll try it out with my rock and roll M60. I'll try it. I got resin in the 60.
Yeah, I love the M60. I just hate the fact that it's sometimes shooting over there.
It's a banana, so you can shoot around the corner.
Well, soft plastic. It is what it is.
I've seen that in a couple of Bugs Bunny movies, but
yeah, exactly. But it's been fun, like posing the figures. I mean, the people start looking at me, and I just look at them like, oh, I have issues.
Yeah.
I looked at this one guy. I'm like, I have issues. He's like,
when I was married and my kids and I would go on vacation with the wife, I always took a 12-inch Joe with me everywhere. I had him in Bermuda shorts and a t-shirt, and I sit him on the recliner next to me.
That's even bigger, man.
The wife would be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "He's got to come to vacation with us." My son loved it. He'd take him and be like, "Dad, I'm going to go take pictures, right?" And I'd be like, "All right, dude." He'd come back with a phone full of pictures of him. It was awesome.
Yes, I think it was old Hebrew there. He snuck a He-Man figure into his wife's bag, but he stuck a "I love you" heart to it. But it got lost there in the bag, and she pulled out this He-Man figure and was like, "Oh, why'd you put this in my bag, Daddy?" "Oh, I put it with your heart there, saying I love you." Holding it.
I do have to say, I'm looking at Torpedo right now going, damn, I missed out an opportunity there. Sitting in the ocean and have him coming out of the ocean. But
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Storming the beach, man. Storming the beach.
Up to the mast there in water,
But I didn't want to go by the water and lose anything. I'm so worried about losing shit. They're already sandy, and I'm like,
done off there beforehand, actually.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you all joining.
Well, thanks for hosting, Aaron. It's been a good time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sir.
we borrowed your spot, Lawrence.
Yeah.
You can have it back next week.
We'll let you have
Can't
it
wait.
next week.
Can't wait.
All right, gentlemen. You all have
thanks,
a
Aaron.
good evening.
Lawrence, enjoy the
All
rest
right,
of your
man.
time.
Thanks.
All right, Aldo.
Bye, everybody.
You guys take
everybody.
care.